Have you ever wondered why ancient Buddhist monks lived such long and healthy lives? What if I told you that one of their secrets was as simple as soaking certain nuts overnight? Could something so easy really help your body heal itself naturally without relying on modern medicines? The answer might surprise you, and it's rooted in wisdom that has been passed down through generations. Today, we're going to explore an incredible practice that combines ancient Buddhist wisdom with modern nutritional science. We're talking about 5 specific nuts that, when soaked overnight and consumed properly, can transform your health from the inside out. This isn't just about eating healthy snacks. It's about unlocking the hidden healing powers that nature has carefully packed into these tiny nutritional powerhouses. Buddhist monks have always understood something profound about food. They knew that the way we prepare and consume our meals is just as important as what we eat. Soaking nuts overnight isn't just a random tradition. It's a carefully designed process that awakens the dormant nutrients within these foods, making them more digestible and exponentially more beneficial for our bodies. Think of it as waking up the sleeping giants of nutrition. When you soak nuts, something magical happens at the cellular level. The soaking process breaks down enzyme inhibitors and phytic acid, substances that can actually prevent our bodies from absorbing all the wonderful nutrients these nuts contain. It's like removing a locked door and allowing all the vitamins, minerals, proteins, and healthy fats to flood into your system where they can work their healing magic. In this video, we're going to reveal which 5 nuts you should be soaking and why each one is so powerful. You'll discover how these simple foods can help your body fight inflammation, boost your immune system, improve your brain function, strengthen your heart, and even help prevent chronic diseases. We're not talking about quick fixes or temporary solutions. We're talking about sustainable natural healing that aligns your body with its innate ability to maintain perfect health. What makes this approach so special is that it respects the Buddhist principle of working with nature rather than against it. Instead of relying on synthetic supplements or medications that often come with side effects, you're simply enhancing what nature has already perfected. Your body knows how to heal itself. Sometimes it just needs the right fuel and the right conditions to do its job effectively. As we explore each of these 5 nuts, you'll learn not just what they do, but how to prepare them correctly, when to eat them, and how much you should consume for optimal benefits. We'll also share insights from Buddhist teachings that explain why this practice has been so revered for centuries. Each nut has its own unique profile of benefits, and together they create a synergy that can address multiple health concerns simultaneously. We encourage you to watch this entire video because the information we're sharing could genuinely change your life. Each nut we discuss plays a vital role in the complete picture of natural health and wellness. If you find this information valuable and want to discover more ancient wisdom that can improve your modern life, please show your support. Click the like button and subscribe to our Wisdom Diaries channel. By subscribing, you're not just helping us create more content like this. You're joining a community of people who believe in natural healing, ancient wisdom, and taking control of their own health journey. Ready to discover these 5 remarkable nuts and learn how to prepare them? Let's begin this transformative journey together. Your body has been waiting for this knowledge, and we promise the results will speak for themselves. Let's dive into the first nut that can start your healing journey today. Nut number 1. Almonds, the brain enlightener. Let's begin with almonds, a nut that holds profound significance in Buddhist tradition and has been revered for centuries as a symbol of spiritual awakening. In ancient Buddhist texts, almonds were not merely considered food. They were viewed as sacred gifts from nature, representing the journey from ignorance to enlightenment. Much like the almond itself transforms from a hard, protective shell into nourishing sustenance. Buddhist monks discovered early on that almonds possessed unique qualities that aligned perfectly with their spiritual practices. The almond tree, which blooms even before its leaves appear, became a powerful metaphor in Buddhist teachings. It symbolizes the awakening of consciousness, the idea that wisdom can emerge even before we fully understand our own potential. Just as the almond tree courageously blooms in early spring, sometimes even in the cold, practitioners were encouraged to awaken their inner wisdom, regardless of external circumstances. In ancient monasteries throughout Asia, almonds were often used during meditation practices and mindfulness exercises. Monks believed that consuming soaked almonds before morning meditation enhanced mental clarity and helped them achieve deeper states of awareness. This wasn't superstition. They had observed over generations that these nuts genuinely improved their cognitive abilities and supported their rigorous mental disciplines. The shape of the almond itself carries symbolic meaning in Buddhist philosophy. Its resemblance to the third eye, located between the eyebrows, represents inner vision and intuitive wisdom. Buddhist practitioners believed that regular consumption of almonds could help activate this center of consciousness, leading to greater insight and understanding of the true nature of reality. Health benefits of soaked almonds. Now let's explore the remarkable health benefits that make almonds truly deserving of their title as the brain enlightener. Modern science has confirmed what Buddhist monks intuitively knew thousands of years ago. Almonds are extraordinary for our overall health, particularly when properly soaked. First and foremost, soaked almonds are exceptional for brain health and memory enhancement. They contain high levels of riboflavin and L-carnitine, two nutrients that are crucial for neurological activity and preventing cognitive decline. These compounds work together to create new neural pathways in the brain, essentially helping your brain build stronger connections and communicate more efficiently. Think of it as upgrading the wiring in your brain's circuit board. Regular consumption of soaked almonds has been associated with improved memory, sharper focus, and better problem-solving abilities. The brain benefits don't stop there. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects brain cells from oxidative stress and damage caused by free radicals. As we age, our brains naturally experience some decline, but the nutrients in almonds can slow this process significantly. People who consume almonds regularly often report feeling mentally sharper and more alert throughout the day. Heart health protection is another incredible benefit of soaked almonds. These nuts are packed with monounsaturated fats, the same healthy fats found in olive oil that have been shown to reduce bad cholesterol levels while maintaining good cholesterol. They also contain magnesium, which helps prevent heart attacks by relaxing blood vessels and improving blood flow. The combination of healthy fats, magnesium, and antioxidants creates a powerful shield for your cardiovascular system. Blood sugar regulation is particularly important in our modern world, where diabetes and insulin resistance are becoming increasingly common. Soaked almonds have a low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause sudden spikes in blood sugar levels. Instead, they provide steady, sustained energy. The magnesium in almonds also plays a crucial role in improving insulin sensitivity, helping your body process sugar more effectively. For people struggling with blood sugar issues, incorporating soaked almonds into their daily routine can be transformative. Your skin will thank you for eating soaked almonds too. The high vitamin E content acts as a natural anti-aging treatment from within. Vitamin E protects skin cells from damage, reduces inflammation, and helps maintain skin elasticity. Many people notice their skin becoming clearer, more radiant, and younger looking after making soaked almonds a regular part of their diet. It's like having a beauty treatment that works from the inside out. Bone strength is another area where almonds excel. They contain significant amounts of calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, all essential minerals for maintaining strong, healthy bones. As we age, bone density naturally decreases, but the minerals in almonds can help slow this process and reduce the risk of osteoporosis. This is especially important for women who are at higher risk for bone-related issues as they get older. The transformation through soaking. Here's where things get truly fascinating. The process of soaking almonds overnight creates a remarkable transformation that dramatically increases their nutritional value and makes them much easier for your body to digest and absorb. Let's understand what actually happens during this magical process. Raw, unsoaked almonds contain several compounds that can actually interfere with nutrient absorption. The most significant of these is phytic acid, sometimes called an anti-nutrient, because it binds to minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium, preventing your body from absorbing them properly. Almonds also contain enzyme inhibitors that protect the nut in its dormant state, but make it harder for our digestive systems to break down. When you soak almonds in water overnight, you're essentially initiating the germination process. The nut believes it's time to grow into a tree, and this triggers a cascade of biochemical changes. The phytic acid begins to break down, releasing those trapped minerals and making them bioavailable to your body. The enzyme inhibitors are neutralized, allowing your digestive system to easily break down the proteins and fats in the almonds. Soaking also removes tannins, the compounds responsible for the slightly bitter taste of raw almonds. Tannins can inhibit the absorption of nutrients and may cause digestive discomfort in some people. After soaking, almonds become sweeter, creamier, and much gentler on your stomach. Many people who experience bloating or discomfort from eating raw almonds find that soaked almonds cause no problems at all. The vitamin E content in almonds becomes significantly more accessible after soaking. While raw almonds contain plenty of this vital antioxidant, much of it remains locked away, bound to other compounds. Soaking breaks these bonds, allowing your body to absorb up to 3 times more vitamin E. This is crucial because vitamin E is fat-soluble and not easily absorbed under the best circumstances. The soaking process essentially pre-digests the almonds for you, making all their nutrients readily available. The protein structure in almonds also changes during soaking. The proteins become partially broken down, making them easier to digest and reducing the burden on your digestive system. This is particularly beneficial for people with sensitive stomachs or digestive issues. You're getting all the protein benefits without the digestive stress. Scientific studies and evidence. The health benefits of almonds aren't just ancient wisdom or anecdotal evidence. Modern scientific research has extensively studied almonds, and the results are impressive and conclusive. Let's look at what contemporary science tells us about these remarkable nuts. Multiple studies have examined the impact of almond consumption on cognitive function, and the results consistently show significant benefits. Research published in nutritional neuroscience journals has demonstrated that regular almond consumption is associated with improved memory, faster information processing, and better overall cognitive performance. One particularly compelling study followed participants over several months and found that those who consumed soaked almonds daily showed measurable improvements in memory tests compared to control groups. Scientists have identified specific mechanisms by which almonds protect and enhance brain function. The combination of vitamin E, healthy fats, and other compounds creates a synergistic effect that reduces inflammation in the brain, protects neurons from damage, and supports the production of neurotransmitters essential for mood and cognitive function. This isn't just prevention of decline. These studies show actual improvement in brain performance. Cardiovascular research has provided equally impressive evidence. Large-scale population studies have consistently found that people who regularly consume almonds have significantly lower rates of heart disease. One landmark study followed thousands of participants over several years and found that those who ate almonds at least 5 times per week reduced their risk of heart attack by nearly 25%. The mechanisms behind this protection include improved cholesterol profiles, reduced inflammation, better blood vessel function, and lower blood pressure. The antioxidant properties of almonds have been thoroughly documented in scientific literature. Almonds are rich in polyphenols, particularly in their skin, which act as powerful antioxidants in the body. These compounds neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells and contribute to aging and disease. Research has shown that the antioxidant activity of almonds is comparable to some of the most antioxidant-rich foods available. Studies on blood sugar regulation have shown that almonds can be particularly beneficial for people with diabetes or those at risk of developing it. Research indicates that consuming almonds with meals can significantly reduce the spike in blood sugar that typically follows eating. The healthy fats and fiber in almonds slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, creating a more gradual, manageable rise in blood glucose levels. How to prepare and consume. Now that you understand why soaked almonds are so beneficial, let's discuss exactly how to prepare them properly to maximize their health benefits. The preparation method matters tremendously, and getting it right ensures you receive all the advantages we've been discussing. Start with raw organic almonds whenever possible. Organic almonds are free from pesticides and other chemicals that can interfere with the soaking process and potentially harm your health. You'll need about a handful of almonds, which is roughly 8 to 10 almonds per person. This is the optimal daily amount recommended by nutritionists and traditional practitioners alike. Place your almonds in a clean glass or ceramic bowl. Avoid using plastic or metal containers as they can react with the almonds during soaking. Cover the almonds completely with fresh, filtered water. The water level should be at least an inch above the almonds because they will absorb water and expand during soaking. For every cup of almonds, use about 2 cups of water. The soaking time is crucial. Almonds should soak for a minimum of 8 hours, though 12 hours is ideal. This is why overnight soaking works perfectly. Simply set up your almonds before bed, and they'll be ready when you wake up. Soaking them for less than 8 hours won't provide the full benefits we've discussed, as the phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors won't be completely neutralized. In the morning, drain the water completely. You'll notice the water has turned slightly brown or cloudy. This is perfectly normal and actually a good sign. That discoloration comes from the tannins and phytic acid that have been released from the almonds. This is exactly what you want to happen. Never drink this soaking water or use it for anything else. Always discard it. Rinse the soaked almonds thoroughly under fresh running water. You'll notice they've become plumper and softer. The skin will also peel off much more easily now. This brings us to an important question. Should you peel the almonds or eat them with the skin on? Traditional Buddhist practice recommends peeling soaked almonds, and there are good reasons for this. While the almond skin contains some beneficial compounds, it also contains most of the remaining tannins, even after soaking. These tannins can inhibit nutrient absorption and may cause digestive discomfort in sensitive individuals. Peeling is easy after soaking. Simply pinch the almond at one end, and the skin will slip right off. The best time to eat your soaked almonds is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Buddhist monks traditionally consumed them before their morning meditation, and modern nutritionists agree this timing is optimal. Eating soaked almonds on an empty stomach allows your body to absorb all the nutrients more efficiently without competition from other foods. The sustained energy they provide will carry you through your morning activities with improved focus and stamina. Chew your soaked almonds slowly and thoroughly. Don't rush through eating them. Proper chewing breaks them down further, mixing them with digestive enzymes in your saliva and making them even easier to digest. This mindful approach to eating aligns with Buddhist principles and also maximizes the nutritional benefits. Store any extra soaked almonds in a clean, airtight container in the refrigerator. They'll stay fresh for up to 2 days, though it's best to soak fresh almonds daily if possible. Never store soaked almonds at room temperature, as they can spoil quickly once hydrated. Personal testimonials and stories. The true power of soaked almonds becomes most evident when we hear from people who have experienced their benefits firsthand. These stories span centuries and cultures, from ancient monasteries to modern homes, all sharing a common thread of transformation and healing. There's a beautiful story from a Tibetan monastery about an elderly monk who maintained extraordinary mental clarity well into his 90s. When younger monks asked about his secret, he would smile and show them his daily ritual of consuming soaked almonds each morning before sunrise. He explained that this practice, which he had maintained for over 60 years, kept his mind as sharp as it was in his youth. He could still memorize lengthy Buddhist texts, engage in complex philosophical debates, and teach with remarkable precision. His fellow monks attributed his cognitive longevity not to genetics or luck, but to his unwavering commitment to this simple daily practice. In contemporary times, a teacher from California shared her remarkable experience with soaked almonds. She had been struggling with memory problems and brain fog that were affecting her ability to teach effectively. She was only in her 40s, but felt mentally exhausted and unable to focus. After learning about the Buddhist tradition of soaking almonds, she decided to try it consistently for 3 months. The transformation she experienced was profound. Within the first month, she noticed improved clarity and focus. By the 3rd month, her memory had improved so dramatically that she could remember student names, lesson details, and complex information with ease that she hadn't experienced in years. A businessman from India shared how incorporating soaked almonds into his routine transformed not just his health but his entire life. He had been dealing with high cholesterol and was facing the prospect of medication. His doctor gave him 3 months to improve his numbers through lifestyle changes before starting drugs. He committed to eating soaked almonds every morning, along with other dietary improvements. When he returned for testing, his doctor was amazed. His cholesterol levels had dropped significantly, and his overall cardiovascular markers had improved beyond expectations. Years later, he still maintains this practice and has never needed medication. A young woman dealing with skin issues discovered the beauty benefits of soaked almonds almost by accident. She had tried countless expensive skincare products and treatments for her acne and dull complexion without success. When she began eating soaked almonds daily as part of a general health improvement plan, she didn't expect any changes to her skin. However, within weeks, she noticed her skin becoming clearer. After 2 months, her acne had significantly reduced, and her complexion had a natural glow she'd never experienced before. She realized that true beauty comes from nourishing the body from within. Common mistakes to avoid. While soaking and consuming almonds is relatively simple, there are several common mistakes that can reduce their effectiveness or even cause problems. Let's ensure you avoid these pitfalls and get the maximum benefit from your practice. One of the most frequent mistakes is over-soaking. Some people think that if soaking for 12 hours is good, then soaking for 24 or 48 hours must be even better. This is incorrect. Over-soaking can cause almonds to become slimy, develop an off taste, and even begin fermenting, which can lead to digestive upset. Stick to the 8 to 12-hour time frame. Set a reminder if necessary to ensure you don't forget about them. Storage mistakes are another common problem. Never leave soaked almonds at room temperature for extended periods. Once almonds are soaked, they become more perishable and can develop harmful bacteria if not stored properly. Always refrigerate soaked almonds if you're not eating them immediately. Additionally, some people make the mistake of storing soaked almonds in the soaking water. Always drain and rinse them first. Using the wrong type of water can impact the soaking process. Chlorinated tap water can interfere with the beneficial changes that occur during soaking. Always use filtered or purified water. Similarly, avoid using hot water to speed up the process. Hot water can damage the delicate nutrients in almonds. Room temperature or slightly cool water is ideal. Many people make consumption errors that reduce the benefits. Eating too many almonds at once is a common mistake. More is not always better. Stick to 8 to 10 almonds per day. Eating excessive amounts can lead to digestive discomfort and may even cause weight gain, as almonds are calorie-dense. Another error is eating soaked almonds with incompatible foods. For maximum benefit, eat them alone on an empty stomach, or at least 30 minutes before other foods. Some people discard the almonds if they forget to soak them overnight, thinking they've missed their opportunity. While overnight soaking is ideal, if you forgot, you can still soak them during the day. Just ensure they get at least 8 hours of soaking time. Flexibility is important in maintaining any healthy practice. Not chewing thoroughly enough is a subtle but significant mistake. In our fast-paced world, we often rush through eating. However, almonds should be chewed slowly and completely. Proper chewing releases more nutrients and makes them easier to digest. This mindful approach also aligns with the Buddhist philosophy of being present and intentional with every action. Finally, expecting immediate dramatic results is a mistake in perspective. While some people notice benefits quickly, soaked almonds work best as part of a consistent long-term practice. This isn't a quick fix or magic pill. It's a sustainable approach to nourishing your body. Give it at least 3 months of consistent daily practice before evaluating the full effects. The most profound transformations happen gradually, building over time. Subscribe if you want to learn more about ancient wisdom practices that can transform your health naturally. We'll be sharing many more powerful techniques that have stood the test of time. Nut number 2. Walnuts, the heart healer. Now let's explore the fascinating world of walnuts, a nut that holds extraordinary significance in Buddhist tradition and has been revered as a symbol of enlightenment and healing for thousands of years. The connection between walnuts and Buddhist philosophy runs deep, rooted in both symbolism and practical medicinal use. The most striking aspect of the walnut is its remarkable resemblance to the human brain. When you crack open a walnut shell, the nut inside looks astonishingly similar to the 2 hemispheres of the brain, complete with folds and wrinkles that mirror the cerebral cortex. This wasn't lost on ancient Buddhist teachers and practitioners. They saw this as nature's way of showing us what the walnut could heal and nourish. In Buddhist philosophy, this is an example of the doctrine of signatures, the belief that nature provides visual clues about the medicinal properties of plants and foods. Buddhist monks referred to walnuts as the wisdom nut, believing that its brain-like appearance was a divine message about its ability to enhance mental clarity, deepen meditation, and support spiritual awakening. In monastery gardens throughout Asia, walnut trees were planted intentionally, considered sacred trees that provided both physical sustenance and spiritual nourishment. Monks would often meditate beneath walnut trees, believing that the tree's energy enhanced their practice. In Tibetan medicine, which is deeply intertwined with Buddhist philosophy, walnuts have been used therapeutically for over 2,000 years. Tibetan physicians recognized walnuts as a warming food that could balance the body's energies and promote longevity. Ancient Tibetan medical texts describe walnuts as beneficial for heart health, brain function, and overall vitality. These texts detailed specific preparation methods, including soaking, to maximize the therapeutic benefits. The walnut tree itself holds symbolic meaning in Buddhist teachings. It represents strength, wisdom, and protection. The hard outer shell symbolizes the barriers we create around ourselves, while the nutritious kernel inside represents the wisdom and compassion that lie within each person, waiting to be accessed. Breaking through the shell to reach the nourishment inside became a metaphor for breaking through ignorance to reach enlightenment. Tibetan monks incorporated walnuts into their daily routines not just as food, but as medicine. They understood that the unique fatty acids in walnuts supported brain health, which was essential for their intensive meditation practices and scholarly pursuits. Monasteries often had designated walnut storage areas where nuts were carefully soaked and prepared according to traditional methods passed down through generations. Extraordinary health benefits. Walnuts are nothing short of a nutritional powerhouse, and their health benefits are so extensive that modern science continues to discover new advantages. Let's explore the remarkable ways walnuts can transform your health, starting with their most celebrated attribute. Walnuts are the ultimate omega-3 fatty acids powerhouse among nuts. They contain significantly higher amounts of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, than any other nut. Just a handful of walnuts provides more than your daily requirement of this essential fat. Omega-3 fatty acids are crucial for every cell in your body, but they're particularly important for brain health, heart health, and reducing inflammation throughout your system. Your body cannot produce these fats on its own, so you must obtain them from food. Walnuts offer one of the most concentrated, accessible sources available. The impact of walnuts on depression and mood regulation is profound and increasingly recognized by mental health professionals. The omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts play a critical role in brain chemistry, specifically in the production and function of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine that regulate mood. Multiple studies have shown that people who regularly consume walnuts report fewer symptoms of depression and experience more stable moods. The brain literally needs these fats to function optimally, and when it doesn't get them, mood disorders can develop or worsen. But the mental health benefits extend beyond just mood. Walnuts support overall emotional resilience, helping you manage stress more effectively and maintain mental balance during challenging times. People who incorporate soaked walnuts into their daily routine often report feeling calmer, more centered, and better able to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. This aligns perfectly with Buddhist teachings about maintaining equanimity and emotional balance. The anti-inflammatory properties of walnuts are exceptional and address one of the root causes of most chronic diseases. Chronic inflammation in the body contributes to heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, and many other conditions. Walnuts contain powerful anti-inflammatory compounds, including omega-3 fatty acids, polyphenols, and other antioxidants that work together to reduce inflammation at the cellular level. Think of inflammation as a fire burning inside your body. Walnuts act like water, helping to extinguish that fire and prevent it from causing long-term damage. Cancer-fighting compounds in walnuts have garnered significant attention from researchers worldwide. Walnuts contain several bioactive compounds that have been shown to inhibit cancer cell growth, particularly in breast, prostate, and colorectal cancers. These compounds work through multiple mechanisms, including reducing inflammation, acting as antioxidants, and even affecting the expression of genes related to cancer development. While walnuts are not a cure for cancer, incorporating them into your diet may help reduce your risk and support overall cellular health. Your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive system, plays a crucial role in your overall health, affecting everything from immunity to mental health. Walnuts provide exceptional support for a healthy gut microbiome. They act as prebiotics, feeding the beneficial bacteria in your gut and helping them thrive. Research has shown that eating walnuts regularly increases the population of good bacteria while reducing harmful bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome has been linked to better digestion, stronger immunity, improved mood, and even better brain function. The heart-healing properties of walnuts are extensive and well documented. Beyond the omega-3 fatty acids, walnuts contain compounds that improve blood vessel function, reduce bad cholesterol, increase good cholesterol, and lower blood pressure. They help keep your arteries flexible and clear, reducing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. The combination of healthy fats, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds creates a comprehensive cardiovascular protection system. Soaking's impact on walnuts. The transformation that occurs when you soak walnuts is remarkable and significantly enhances their already impressive nutritional profile. Understanding what happens during soaking will help you appreciate why this simple step is so important and why Buddhist practitioners have emphasized proper preparation for centuries. One of the most noticeable changes when you soak walnuts is the dramatic reduction in bitterness. Raw walnuts have a somewhat bitter, astringent taste that many people find unpleasant. This bitterness comes from tannins, the same compounds we discussed with almonds. Tannins serve as natural preservatives in the nut, protecting it while dormant, but they can interfere with digestion and nutrient absorption. When you soak walnuts, these tannins leach into the water, leaving the nuts with a milder, sweeter, more pleasant taste. Many people who don't enjoy raw walnuts find that soaked walnuts are delicious and easy to eat. The enhanced omega-3 absorption that occurs through soaking is particularly important, given that omega-3 fatty acids are walnuts' most celebrated nutrient. While raw walnuts contain abundant omega-3s, much of this beneficial fat is bound up in ways that make it less accessible to your digestive system. Soaking begins breaking down the cellular structure of the walnut, making the omega-3 fatty acids more bioavailable. This means your body can actually absorb and utilize a higher percentage of these crucial fats. You're not just eating omega-3s, you're ensuring your body can actually use them effectively. The removal of enzyme inhibitors through soaking is crucial for optimal digestion. Like almonds, walnuts contain enzyme inhibitors that exist to keep the nut dormant until conditions are right for germination. These inhibitors can interfere with your body's digestive enzymes, making it harder to break down the proteins and fats in walnuts and potentially causing digestive discomfort. When you soak walnuts, you neutralize these inhibitors, essentially pre-digesting the nuts and making them much gentler on your digestive system. Soaking also reduces phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that binds to minerals like zinc, iron, and calcium, preventing your body from absorbing them. Walnuts naturally contain minerals that support bone health, immune function, and numerous other processes, but phytic acid can lock these minerals away. Soaking breaks down phytic acid, freeing these minerals and making them available for your body to absorb and use. The texture of walnuts also changes significantly through soaking. They become softer, creamier, and easier to chew thoroughly. This improved texture isn't just about taste, it has practical health implications. When you can chew walnuts more thoroughly, you're mechanically breaking them down better, which further aids digestion and nutrient absorption. The creamy texture of soaked walnuts also makes them more versatile for use in smoothies, desserts, or eaten on their own. Scientific validation. The health claims about walnuts aren't based solely on ancient wisdom or anecdotal evidence. Modern scientific research has extensively studied walnuts, and the findings consistently confirm and often exceed the traditional understanding of their benefits. Let's examine what contemporary science tells us about these remarkable nuts. Research on brain health and walnuts has produced some of the most compelling evidence in nutritional science. A landmark study published in a leading neuroscience journal followed older adults over several years and found that those who regularly consumed walnuts showed significantly better cognitive function and slower cognitive decline compared to those who didn't eat walnuts. The researchers noted improvements in memory, information processing speed, and overall mental flexibility. Brain imaging studies have shown that the nutrients in walnuts actually support the growth of new brain cells and strengthen connections between existing cells. Studies specifically examining walnuts and depression have yielded encouraging results. Research involving thousands of participants found that people who consumed walnuts regularly had significantly lower rates of depression compared to those who didn't eat nuts or ate other types of nuts. The effect was dose-dependent, meaning that more walnut consumption correlated with even lower depression rates, up to a certain optimal amount. Scientists believe this effect comes from the unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and other bioactive compounds working together. Heart disease prevention studies on walnuts have been particularly impressive and numerous. Large-scale research has consistently shown that incorporating walnuts into your diet reduces multiple risk factors for cardiovascular disease. One comprehensive study found that eating walnuts daily for 6 months significantly reduced total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and improved the function of blood vessels. Participants also experienced reductions in inflammation markers and blood pressure. The researchers concluded that walnuts provide comprehensive cardiovascular protection through multiple mechanisms. Research on walnuts and arterial health has revealed fascinating insights. Scientists have discovered that walnuts help maintain the flexibility and health of arteries, which is crucial for preventing heart disease. Stiff, inflexible arteries increase the risk of high blood pressure and heart attacks. Studies have shown that eating walnuts improves endothelial function, which means the inner lining of blood vessels works better, responding appropriately to signals to dilate or constrict as needed. Anti-cancer properties research has opened exciting new frontiers in walnut science. Laboratory studies have shown that walnut extracts can slow the growth of cancer cells and even trigger cancer cell death in certain types of cancer. Human studies have found associations between regular walnut consumption and reduced risk of several cancers, particularly breast and prostate cancer. While this research is ongoing and walnuts are certainly not a cancer cure, the evidence suggests they may play a role in cancer prevention as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Research on walnuts and gut health has revealed unexpected benefits. Scientists analyzing the gut microbiome of people who eat walnuts regularly have found significant positive changes in bacterial populations. Beneficial bacteria that produce important compounds like butyrate, which protects colon health, increase substantially. This connection between walnuts, gut bacteria, and overall health represents an exciting area of ongoing research, potentially explaining some of the broader health benefits of walnuts. Preparation protocols. Properly preparing walnuts through soaking is essential to maximize their health benefits and ensure optimal digestion. Let's go through the exact process, step by step, so you can implement this practice correctly and confidently. The soaking duration for walnuts differs slightly from almonds due to their different composition and structure. Walnuts should be soaked for a minimum of 4 hours, though 8 hours is ideal for maximum benefit. Unlike some nuts that require longer soaking, walnuts can become overly soft if soaked for more than 8 hours, potentially developing an unpleasant texture. The sweet spot is typically between 4 and 8 hours, making them perfect for soaking in the evening and consuming the next morning, or soaking in the morning and eating in the afternoon. Start with raw organic walnuts whenever possible. The quality of your starting material matters significantly. Take approximately 8 to 10 walnut halves, which is the optimal daily amount for most adults. This provides sufficient omega-3 fatty acids and other nutrients without excessive calories. Place your walnuts in a clean glass or ceramic bowl. Avoid plastic or metal containers as they can interact with the compounds released during soaking. Cover the walnuts completely with filtered water. The water level should be about 2 inches above the walnuts because they will absorb water and expand during soaking. Use cool or room temperature water, never hot water, as heat can damage the delicate omega-3 fatty acids that make walnuts so valuable. For every cup of walnuts, use approximately 2.5 cups of water. After the soaking period is complete, drain the water thoroughly. You'll notice the water has taken on a slightly tan or brownish color and may feel a bit slimy. This is completely normal and indicates that tannins and other compounds have been released from the nuts. Never consume this soaking water. It contains the anti-nutrients and enzyme inhibitors you're trying to remove. Always discard it. Rinse the soaked walnuts thoroughly under fresh running water. This final rinse removes any remaining tannins or residue from the soaking process. You'll notice that soaked walnuts are plumper, slightly softer, and have a lighter color than raw walnuts. The taste will be noticeably milder and sweeter. The best time to eat soaked walnuts depends on your goals and lifestyle. For brain health and mental clarity, consuming them in the morning provides steady energy and cognitive support throughout the day. For people dealing with mood issues or depression, spreading walnut consumption throughout the day can help maintain more stable mood levels. Some people prefer eating half their daily portion in the morning and half in the afternoon. Buddhist practitioners traditionally consumed walnuts before evening meditation, believing they supported deeper states of awareness and calm. Modern research on omega-3 fatty acids and their calming effects on the nervous system supports this practice. Experiment with different timing to see what works best for you, but aim for consistency in whatever schedule you choose. Regarding how much to eat, 8 to 10 walnut halves daily is the optimal amount for most people. This provides approximately 2.5 grams of omega-3 fatty acids, which meets and exceeds daily recommendations. More isn't necessarily better with walnuts. They're calorie-dense, and eating excessive amounts can lead to unwanted weight gain. Additionally, very high amounts of omega-3 fatty acids can have blood-thinning effects, which could be problematic for some people. Soaked walnuts can be eaten on their own or combined strategically with other foods for enhanced benefits. They pair exceptionally well with fruits like apples, pears, or berries. The combination of walnuts' healthy fats with fruits' antioxidants and fiber creates a powerful nutritional synergy. Walnuts also combine beautifully with leafy greens in salads, where their omega-3s help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins from the vegetables. Many people enjoy adding soaked walnuts to their morning oatmeal or yogurt. This creates a satisfying, nutritionally complete breakfast that provides sustained energy. The combination of walnuts' healthy fats with the complex carbohydrates in oats or the protein in yogurt helps stabilize blood sugar and keeps you feeling full longer. For storage, keep soaked walnuts in an airtight container in the refrigerator. They'll stay fresh for up to 3 days, though freshly soaked is always best. Never store soaked walnuts at room temperature, as they can spoil quickly once hydrated. If you notice any off smell or mold, discard them immediately. Real-life transformations. The true testament to walnuts' healing power comes from the countless people whose lives have been transformed by incorporating this simple practice into their daily routines. These stories span cultures, generations, and circumstances, yet they all share common themes of healing, improvement, and renewed vitality. A compelling case comes from a cardiac rehabilitation program where patients recovering from heart attacks were encouraged to add soaked walnuts to their daily diet. One particular patient, a 55-year-old man who had suffered a serious heart attack, was skeptical but willing to try anything to avoid another cardiac event. He committed to eating soaked walnuts every morning, along with his prescribed medications and lifestyle changes. 6 months later, his cardiologist was amazed at his progress. His cholesterol levels had improved dramatically, his blood pressure had normalized, and his blood vessel function tests showed remarkable improvement. The patient credited the walnuts as a key component of his recovery, noting that he felt more energetic and mentally clear than he had in years. A Buddhist nun from a Thai monastery shared her experience with walnuts and depression. She had struggled with periods of deep sadness and difficulty concentrating on her meditation practice for many years. The monastery's elder teacher suggested she begin a daily practice of consuming soaked walnuts, a tradition from Tibetan monasteries. Within 3 months, she noticed a profound shift. Her mood stabilized, her meditation deepened, and she felt a sense of inner peace that had eluded her for years. She continued this practice for decades and often taught younger practitioners about the connection between proper nutrition and spiritual development. A university student dealing with anxiety and poor concentration discovered walnuts through her research into natural remedies. She had been experiencing panic attacks and difficulty focusing on her studies, which was affecting her academic performance. After reading about the omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts and their effects on brain function and mood, she decided to try soaking and eating them daily. The transformation wasn't immediate, but within 6 weeks, she noticed significant improvements. Her anxiety attacks became less frequent and less severe. Her ability to concentrate improved markedly. By the end of the semester, her grades had improved, and she felt mentally stable for the first time in years. An elderly woman suffering from arthritis and chronic inflammation found relief through soaked walnuts. She had been taking multiple anti-inflammatory medications with limited success and troublesome side effects. A friend who practiced Buddhist mindfulness techniques suggested she try adding soaked walnuts to her daily routine. Skeptical but desperate, she committed to the practice. After 2 months, she began noticing reduced joint pain and stiffness. Her doctor was surprised when her inflammation markers dropped significantly in her blood tests. While she didn't stop all her medications, she was able to reduce her dosages, and her quality of life improved substantially. A middle-aged man dealing with high cholesterol and prediabetes found that soaked walnuts played a crucial role in turning his health around. His doctor had warned him that without significant changes, he would likely need medication soon and was at high risk for diabetes and heart disease. He overhauled his diet and lifestyle, with soaked walnuts becoming a cornerstone of his new eating pattern. 6 months later, his cholesterol had dropped into the healthy range, his blood sugar levels had normalized, and he had lost excess weight. His doctor called the turnaround remarkable and noted that the combination of dietary changes, with walnuts as a key component, had potentially added years to his life. Warnings and considerations. While walnuts are extraordinarily beneficial for most people, it's important to understand potential concerns and situations where caution is warranted. Being informed about these considerations ensures you can enjoy walnuts safely and effectively. Walnut allergies are among the most common tree nut allergies and can be quite serious. If you've never eaten walnuts before, start with a very small amount and watch for any allergic reactions. Symptoms of walnut allergy can range from mild itching or hives to severe reactions including difficulty breathing, swelling of the throat, and anaphylaxis, which is life-threatening. If you have a known allergy to other tree nuts, consult with an allergist before trying walnuts. Even if you've eaten walnuts before without problems, be aware that allergies can develop at any age. People with existing nut allergies should be extremely cautious. Cross-contamination is common in facilities that process multiple types of nuts. Always purchase walnuts from reputable sources and check labels carefully. If you're cooking for others, always ask about nut allergies before serving anything containing walnuts. Medication interactions are an important consideration with walnuts due to their high omega-3 content. Omega-3 fatty acids have natural blood-thinning properties, which is generally beneficial but can be problematic for people taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, aspirin, or other anticoagulants. If you're on these medications, the combination with daily walnut consumption could potentially increase bleeding risk. This doesn't mean you can't eat walnuts, but you should discuss it with your doctor first and possibly adjust your medication dosage. People scheduled for surgery should stop eating walnuts at least 2 weeks before the procedure due to their blood-thinning effects. The last thing surgeons want is increased bleeding during an operation. Always inform your healthcare providers about all foods and supplements you're consuming regularly, including walnuts. Those with digestive issues should introduce walnuts gradually. While soaking makes them much easier to digest, they're still relatively high in fiber and fat, which can cause digestive upset in some people, especially if consumed in large quantities. Start with just 2 or 3 soaked walnuts daily and gradually increase to the full recommended amount over a week or 2. This gives your digestive system time to adjust. People trying to lose weight need to be mindful of portion control with walnuts. While they're incredibly healthy, they're also calorie-dense. The recommended 8 to 10 walnut halves contain roughly 185 calories. This is perfectly reasonable as part of a balanced diet, but eating large amounts can sabotage weight loss efforts. Stick to the recommended portion size and account for these calories in your overall daily intake. Individuals with kidney stones, particularly calcium oxalate stones, should consult with their doctor before regularly consuming walnuts. Walnuts contain oxalates, compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation in susceptible individuals. Most people handle oxalates without problems, but if you have a history of kidney stones, professional guidance is important. Pregnant and breastfeeding women can generally enjoy walnuts and may particularly benefit from their omega-3 content, which supports fetal and infant brain development. However, the same allergy considerations apply. If there's a family history of nut allergies, discuss walnut consumption with your healthcare provider. People with specific digestive conditions like irritable bowel syndrome should be cautious. The FODMAPs in walnuts can trigger symptoms in sensitive individuals. If you have IBS or similar conditions, introduce walnuts slowly and monitor your response carefully. Remember that walnuts, like all foods, should be part of a varied, balanced diet, not consumed in isolation as a cure-all. The benefits we've discussed come from regular, moderate consumption as part of an overall healthy lifestyle that includes varied nutrition, physical activity, stress management, and adequate sleep. Comment below and let us know if you've tried soaked walnuts and what benefits you've experienced, or tell us which part of the world you're watching from. Nut number 3, cashews, the mood balancer. Let's now turn our attention to cashews, a uniquely shaped nut that holds special significance in Buddhist teachings and has been used for centuries to support emotional balance and mental well-being. The connection between cashews and Buddhist philosophy is both symbolic and practical, revealing ancient wisdom about the relationship between food and our emotional state. The distinctive curved shape of the cashew has deep symbolic meaning in Buddhist tradition. Unlike most nuts that are round or oval, the cashew curves like a gentle smile or the arc of a new moon. Buddhist teachers have used this natural shape as a teaching tool, reminding practitioners that life itself is a curve, not a straight line. Just as the cashew bends gracefully, we too must learn to be flexible, adapting to life's changes with grace rather than rigidity. This physical reminder encourages practitioners to approach challenges with a softer, more yielding attitude. The cashew's shape also resembles a comma in written language, symbolizing a pause rather than an ending. In Buddhist meditation practice, the comma represents the space between thoughts, the moment of stillness where true awareness can arise. Teachers have used cashews as physical meditation objects, holding them during contemplative practice as reminders to find the pause, the breath, the moment of peace between life's constant activities. In meditation retreats throughout Asia, particularly in India where cashews are native, these nuts have played an important role in supporting practitioners through intensive periods of meditation and self-reflection. Retreat organizers have long understood that maintaining stable blood sugar and providing proper nutrition is essential for successful meditation practice. Cashews, with their perfect balance of proteins, healthy fats, and carbohydrates, became a staple food during extended retreats. Buddhist monasteries in tropical regions where cashew trees grow have considered these trees sacred, planting them in monastery gardens and using every part of the plant mindfully. Monks discovered that consuming soaked cashews before evening meditation helped calm the mind and stabilize emotions, creating ideal conditions for deep meditative states. The gentle grounding energy of cashews supports the inner stillness required for profound spiritual work. Ancient Buddhist texts on Ayurvedic medicine, which influenced Buddhist approaches to health, describe cashews as having a calming, nourishing quality that supports the nervous system and promotes emotional stability. These texts recommended cashews specifically for people dealing with anxiety, worry, or emotional turbulence, recognizing properties that modern science is only now beginning to understand and validate. Mental health benefits. Cashews possess remarkable properties that directly support mental health and emotional well-being, making them truly deserving of the title mood balancer. The mechanisms through which cashews affect our mental state are fascinating and multifaceted, involving various nutrients working in harmony. The natural antidepressant properties of cashews stem primarily from their high tryptophan content. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid, meaning your body cannot produce it and must obtain it from food. This amino acid serves as the building block for serotonin, one of your brain's most important neurotransmitters. Serotonin is often called the happiness chemical because it plays a crucial role in regulating mood, promoting feelings of well-being, and creating emotional stability. When you eat cashews, the tryptophan they contain travels to your brain where it converts into serotonin. This process doesn't happen instantly, but with regular consumption, cashews help maintain healthy serotonin levels, which can significantly impact your overall mood and emotional resilience. People with low serotonin levels often experience depression, anxiety, and difficulty sleeping. By providing the raw materials your brain needs to produce serotonin, cashews offer a natural, food-based approach to supporting mental health. The stress reduction benefits of cashews extend beyond just serotonin production. Cashews are exceptionally rich in magnesium, a mineral that plays a critical role in the body's stress response system. Magnesium helps regulate cortisol, your primary stress hormone. When you're under chronic stress, your body can become depleted in magnesium, which creates a vicious cycle where stress depletes magnesium and low magnesium makes you more susceptible to stress. Eating magnesium-rich cashews helps break this cycle, supporting your body's natural ability to manage stress effectively. Magnesium also has a direct calming effect on the nervous system. It acts as a natural relaxant, helping muscles release tension and nerves transmit signals more smoothly. Many people notice that when they regularly consume cashews, they feel physically more relaxed, with less muscle tension and a greater sense of calm throughout their body. Anxiety relief is another profound benefit of cashews, working through multiple pathways in your body and brain. Beyond the tryptophan and magnesium, cashews contain zinc, a mineral essential for regulating neurotransmitters and supporting proper brain function. Zinc deficiency has been linked to increased anxiety and depression. The combination of tryptophan, magnesium and zinc in cashews creates a powerful natural remedy for anxiety that works with your body's own chemistry rather than against it. People who struggle with anxiety often report that incorporating soaked cashews into their daily routine helps them feel more grounded and centered. The anxiety doesn't necessarily disappear completely, but it becomes more manageable, less overwhelming. This gentler approach to managing anxiety aligns with Buddhist teachings about working skillfully with difficult emotions rather than trying to eliminate them entirely. Sleep quality improvement is a natural extension of cashews' other mental health benefits. The same tryptophan that supports serotonin production also helps create melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. When you eat cashews, especially in the evening, you're providing your body with the building blocks it needs to produce melatonin naturally as bedtime approaches. This leads to easier, more natural sleep onset without the grogginess or dependency associated with sleep medications. The magnesium in cashews further supports sleep by relaxing the nervous system and muscles, preparing your body for rest. Many people who suffer from insomnia or restless sleep find that adding soaked cashews to their evening routine, perhaps an hour or two before bed, significantly improves their sleep quality. They fall asleep more easily, sleep more deeply, and wake feeling more refreshed. Physical health benefits. While cashews are celebrated for their mental health benefits, their physical health advantages are equally impressive and contribute to overall wellness in numerous ways. Let's explore how cashews support your body's physical functions and long-term health. Bone and joint health receive exceptional support from cashews due to their rich mineral content. Cashews contain significant amounts of copper, magnesium, and phosphorus, all essential minerals for maintaining strong bones and flexible joints. Copper plays a particularly interesting role. It helps form collagen and elastin, the structural proteins that give bones and joints their strength and flexibility. Without adequate copper, bones can become brittle and joints can lose their suppleness. The magnesium in cashews works alongside calcium to build bone density and strength. While many people focus on calcium for bone health, magnesium is equally important and often overlooked. Magnesium helps regulate calcium absorption and ensures calcium gets deposited in bones rather than soft tissues where it can cause problems. For people concerned about osteoporosis or joint issues like arthritis, regular consumption of soaked cashews can provide meaningful support. Blood health benefits from cashews in several important ways. Cashews contain iron, essential for producing hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen throughout your body. Iron deficiency leads to anemia, causing fatigue, weakness, and poor concentration. The copper in cashews enhances iron absorption and helps your body use iron effectively. This synergy between minerals makes cashews particularly valuable for maintaining healthy blood and preventing anemia. Cashews also support healthy blood pressure through their magnesium and potassium content. These minerals work together to relax blood vessels and regulate fluid balance, helping maintain blood pressure in a healthy range. People with high blood pressure often find that incorporating cashews into a heart-healthy diet contributes to better blood pressure control. Weight management might seem counterintuitive given that cashews are relatively high in calories, but research shows that people who regularly eat nuts, including cashews, tend to maintain healthier body weights. The combination of protein, healthy fats, and fiber in cashews creates lasting satiety, helping you feel full and satisfied longer. This reduces overall calorie intake by preventing excessive snacking and overeating at meals. The healthy fats in cashews are monounsaturated fats, the same type found in olive oil and avocados, which support metabolic health and don't contribute to weight gain the way unhealthy fats do. Additionally, studies suggest that your body doesn't absorb all the calories from nuts, with some fat remaining undigested and passing through your system. Immune system boost is another remarkable benefit of cashews. The zinc content in cashews is particularly important for immune function. Zinc is required for the development and function of immune cells that fight off infections and diseases. Even mild zinc deficiency can impair immune function, making you more susceptible to colds, flu, and other infections. Regular consumption of zinc-rich cashews helps maintain robust immune defenses. The antioxidants in cashews, including selenium and vitamin E, further support immune function by protecting immune cells from damage and supporting their optimal function. A strong immune system is your body's first line of defense against illness, and cashews provide key nutrients to keep that defense system working effectively. Why soaking matters for cashews. Understanding why soaking is crucial for cashews reveals the wisdom behind this ancient preparation method and ensures you receive maximum benefit from these remarkable nuts. The transformation that occurs during soaking is significant and directly impacts both how your body digests cashews and how much nutrition you can extract from them. Phytic acid reduction is one of the primary benefits of soaking cashews. Like other nuts and seeds, cashews contain phytic acid as a natural preservative and protective mechanism. While phytic acid serves the nut well, it works against us when we eat them. Phytic acid binds to essential minerals like iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium, forming complexes that our digestive systems cannot break down or absorb. This means that even though cashews contain these valuable minerals, much of them may pass through your body unused if you eat cashews raw without soaking. When you soak cashews, the phytic acid begins to break down and leach into the soaking water. This process liberates the minerals, making them bioavailable for your body to absorb and utilize. Given that cashews are particularly valued for their zinc and magnesium content, both crucial for the mental health benefits we discussed, ensuring maximum absorption of these minerals is essential. Soaking effectively unlocks these treasures. Easier digestion is another critical benefit of soaking cashews. Raw cashews can be somewhat difficult to digest, potentially causing bloating, gas, or discomfort, especially for people with sensitive digestive systems. The soaking process begins breaking down complex proteins and starches in the cashews, essentially pre-digesting them before they even enter your body. This reduces the workload on your digestive system and makes the nutrients more readily accessible. The enzyme inhibitors present in raw cashews, which exist to keep the nut dormant until conditions are right for sprouting, can interfere with your own digestive enzymes. When you eat raw cashews, your pancreas must produce extra enzymes to overcome these inhibitors, potentially stressing your digestive system. Soaking neutralizes these inhibitors, allowing your natural digestive enzymes to work efficiently without extra burden. Mineral absorption enhancement through soaking creates a synergistic effect. Not only does soaking reduce phytic acid that blocks mineral absorption, but it also makes the minerals themselves more accessible at the cellular level within the cashew. The combination means you absorb significantly more zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper from soaked cashews compared to raw ones. For people eating cashews specifically for their nutritional benefits, this difference is substantial and makes soaking absolutely worthwhile. The texture change that occurs during soaking makes cashews creamier and more pleasant to eat. Soaked cashews have a buttery, soft texture that many people find more appealing than the harder texture of raw cashews. This improved texture also means you can blend soaked cashews more easily, making them perfect for creating dairy-free sauces, creams, or smoothie additions. Scientific research. Modern scientific research has extensively validated the traditional uses of cashews and revealed even more benefits than ancient practitioners realized. The evidence supporting cashews as a superfood for both mental and physical health is robust and continues to grow. Studies on mental health and cashews have produced encouraging findings. Research examining the relationship between nut consumption and depression found that people who regularly ate nuts, particularly cashews, had significantly lower rates of depression. One study specifically noted that the tryptophan content in cashews, combined with their mineral profile, creates an optimal nutritional formula for supporting mood stability and emotional well-being. Clinical research on tryptophan supplementation has shown that increasing tryptophan intake through food sources like cashews can effectively boost serotonin levels and improve mood. While synthetic tryptophan supplements exist, researchers note that obtaining tryptophan from whole foods like cashews provides additional benefits because of the accompanying nutrients that support tryptophan's conversion to serotonin. Nutritional analysis of cashews reveals an impressive profile that explains their wide-ranging health benefits. Cashews contain substantial amounts of copper, providing about 70% of daily needs in just a handful. They're also excellent sources of magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, and iron. The protein content is notable, with cashews providing both essential and non-essential amino acids necessary for various body functions. The fatty acid profile of cashews shows they contain primarily monounsaturated fats, similar to olive oil, which research has linked to reduced inflammation, better heart health, and improved metabolic function. Unlike saturated fats that can contribute to health problems, the fats in cashews are health-promoting and essential for nutrient absorption. Research specifically examining magnesium and zinc benefits has illuminated why cashews are so effective for mental health and immune function. Studies on magnesium have shown that this mineral is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including neurotransmitter production, blood pressure regulation, and blood sugar control. Magnesium deficiency is common in modern populations and associated with depression, anxiety, and numerous physical health problems. Zinc research has revealed this mineral's critical importance for immune function, wound healing, DNA synthesis, and proper sense of taste and smell. Zinc deficiency impairs immune response and increases susceptibility to infections. The bioavailable zinc in soaked cashews provides meaningful support for maintaining adequate zinc status. Proper soaking and consumption. Implementing the correct soaking and consumption practices for cashews ensures you receive all the benefits we've discussed while avoiding potential problems. Let's walk through the exact process and optimal ways to incorporate cashews into your routine. Time requirements for soaking cashews are more flexible than for harder nuts like almonds. Cashews are softer and more porous, so they require less soaking time. A minimum of 2 hours is necessary to begin reducing phytic acid and neutralizing enzyme inhibitors, but 4 to 6 hours is ideal for maximum benefit. Unlike harder nuts, cashews can become too soft if over-soaked, potentially developing a mushy texture. Generally, soaking cashews for more than 6 hours isn't recommended unless you're specifically planning to blend them into a cream or sauce. The preparation process is straightforward. Take approximately 10 to 12 cashews, which is the optimal daily serving size. Place them in a clean glass or ceramic bowl. Cover completely with filtered water, ensuring at least an inch of water above the nuts. Room temperature water works perfectly for cashews. Let them soak for 4 to 6 hours. After soaking, drain the water completely. You'll notice the water is slightly cloudy, containing the phytic acid and tannins that have leached out. Discard this water and rinse the cashews thoroughly under fresh running water. The soaked cashews will be plumper, softer and lighter in color than raw cashews. They should have a pleasant, mild taste without any bitterness. Serving suggestions for soaked cashews are numerous and versatile. You can eat them plain as a satisfying snack, enjoying their creamy texture and subtle sweetness. They pair beautifully with fresh or dried fruits, creating a balanced snack that provides protein, healthy fats, and natural sugars for sustained energy. Soaked cashews blend beautifully into smoothies, adding creaminess, protein, and a subtle richness without overwhelming other flavors. They work wonderfully in green smoothies, helping balance the intensity of vegetables with their mild sweetness. You can also blend soaked cashews with water to create cashew milk, a delicious dairy-free alternative that maintains all the nutritional benefits. For a more substantial option, add soaked cashews to salads, providing satisfying crunch and nutrition. They complement both fruit-based and vegetable-based salads. Chopped soaked cashews can be sprinkled over cooked vegetables, added to grain dishes, or incorporated into homemade energy bars. The daily recommended amount is 10 to 12 cashews, providing approximately 160 calories, 5 grams of protein, and substantial amounts of copper, magnesium, and zinc. This serving size provides optimal benefits without excessive calories. Consistency matters more than quantity, so eating this moderate amount daily is more beneficial than eating large amounts sporadically. The best time to eat soaked cashews depends on your specific goals. For mood support and stress management, eating them mid-morning or mid-afternoon can help maintain stable blood sugar and emotional balance throughout the day. For sleep support, consuming them in the evening, about 2 hours before bed, provides the tryptophan your body needs to produce melatonin for restful sleep. Store soaked cashews in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, though freshly soaked is always optimal. Never store soaked cashews at room temperature, as their increased moisture content makes them susceptible to bacterial growth. Spiritual practice integration. The practice of preparing and consuming cashews can become more than just a health habit. It can transform into a meaningful spiritual practice that deepens your mindfulness and gratitude, aligning perfectly with Buddhist teachings about bringing awareness to every aspect of life. Mindful eating with cashews offers a perfect opportunity to practice present-moment awareness. Buddhist teachers emphasize that how we eat is as important as what we eat. When you consume your soaked cashews, do so with complete attention. Before eating, take a moment to really look at the cashews. Notice their color, shape, and texture. Appreciate the journey these nuts have taken to reach you, from flowering trees to harvest to your hands. As you place a cashew in your mouth, resist the urge to immediately chew and swallow. Instead, let it rest on your tongue for a moment. Notice its temperature, texture, and the way it feels in your mouth. Begin chewing slowly and deliberately, paying attention to the release of flavor, the change in texture, and the way your body responds. This simple act of eating becomes a meditation, anchoring you in the present moment and cultivating gratitude. Chew each cashew thoroughly, 20 to 30 times, mixing it completely with your saliva. This not only aids digestion, but extends the practice of mindfulness. Notice when your mind wanders to other thoughts, plans, or worries. Gently bring your attention back to the act of eating, using the cashew as your anchor to the present moment, just as you might use your breath during seated meditation. Gratitude practice naturally emerges when we eat mindfully. As you consume your cashews, reflect on the countless factors that brought this nourishment to you. The cashew tree that grew and produced these nuts, the sun that provided energy, the rain that nourished the tree, the soil microorganisms that supported its growth, the people who harvested, processed, and transported these nuts, the complex web of interdependence that makes this simple act possible. Buddhist teachings emphasize interdependence, the understanding that nothing exists in isolation. Your handful of cashews connects you to trees, soil, water, sun, countless people, and infinite causes and conditions stretching back through time. Recognizing this interconnection naturally cultivates humility and appreciation, core qualities in Buddhist practice. You can formalize this gratitude by speaking or thinking a simple blessing before eating. Something like, "I receive these cashews with gratitude, recognizing the earth, sun, rain, and many hands that brought them to me. May this nourishment support my health and well-being so I can serve others with greater capacity." This transforms eating from an automatic habit into a conscious, sacred act. Consider the intention behind your practice. You're not just eating cashews for personal benefit, but to maintain your health so you can be more present, patient, and compassionate with others. This perspective shifts eating from a self-centered act to one connected to your larger purpose and values. Buddhist practitioners call this dedicating the merit of your actions to the benefit of all beings. The simple act of soaking cashews can itself become a mindfulness practice. As you place raw cashews in water each evening or morning, pause to set an intention for the day ahead. Watch the water cover the nuts. Notice the anticipation of nourishment to come. This small ritual marks a conscious choice to care for yourself, which is the foundation for caring for others. Number 4. Pistachios, the energy awakener. Let's explore pistachios, a vibrant green nut that Buddhist practitioners have treasured for centuries as a symbol of joy, awakening, and life force energy. The connection between pistachios and Buddhist teachings reveals profound insights about vitality, happiness, and the energy we bring to our spiritual practice and daily lives. Pistachios are affectionately known as the smiling nut in many Buddhist communities, and this nickname carries deep symbolic meaning. When a pistachio shell naturally opens, it resembles a gentle smile, as if the nut itself is expressing joy and welcoming you. Buddhist teachers have used this natural characteristic as a teaching tool, reminding practitioners that genuine happiness and awakening come from opening ourselves, just as the pistachio shell opens to reveal the treasure within. This symbolism extends further into Buddhist philosophy about spiritual awakening. The unopened pistachio represents the closed heart or unawakened mind, while the naturally opened shell symbolizes the moment of enlightenment when truth becomes visible. The green color of the pistachio nut itself represents growth, renewal, and the vitality of life. Buddhist practitioners see the pistachio as nature's reminder that opening ourselves to truth and experience brings joy and nourishment. The joy and vitality connection to pistachios runs deep in Buddhist tradition. Ancient texts describe pistachios as foods that promote cheerfulness and life force energy, qualities essential for maintaining sustained spiritual practice. Meditation and mindfulness require tremendous energy and mental stamina. Buddhist monks discovered that certain foods, including pistachios, provided sustained energy without causing the lethargy or mental fog that heavy foods can produce. In Buddhist monasteries throughout Central Asia and the Middle East, where pistachio trees are native, these nuts became integrated into daily routines as sources of sustained energy and vitality. Monks would consume soaked pistachios before long meditation sessions or during periods of intensive study, finding that the nuts supported both mental clarity and physical endurance. The practice wasn't just about physical nourishment, but about maintaining the vibrant energy necessary for spiritual work. The bright green color of pistachios holds additional significance in Buddhist color symbolism. Green represents balance, harmony, and the heart chakra in Buddhist teachings. It symbolizes compassion, growth, and the middle way between extremes. Consuming green pistachios was seen as a way to nourish these qualities within oneself, supporting both physical vitality and spiritual balance. Buddhist practitioners also recognize that true spiritual practice requires energy and vitality. A depleted, exhausted practitioner cannot maintain the focus and dedication necessary for deep meditation or service to others. Pistachios became valued as a food that awakens energy naturally, without artificial stimulation, supporting practitioners in maintaining the steady, sustainable energy needed for long-term practice. Comprehensive health benefits. Pistachios offer an impressive array of health benefits that make them truly deserving of the title Energy Awakener. Their unique nutritional profile supports multiple body systems simultaneously, creating a synergistic effect that enhances overall vitality and well-being. One of pistachios' most remarkable and distinctive benefits is eye health protection. Pistachios contain the highest amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin of any nut, two powerful antioxidants that specifically protect eye health. These compounds accumulate in the retina, where they filter harmful blue light and protect delicate eye tissues from oxidative damage. In our modern world of constant screen time, protecting our eyes has become increasingly important. Regular consumption of pistachios has been associated with reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration and cataracts, two leading causes of vision loss as we age. The lutein and zeaxanthin in pistachios act like natural sunglasses for your eyes, providing protection from the inside out. Many people who consume pistachios regularly report experiencing less eye strain, particularly after extended periods of reading or computer work. Blood sugar management receives excellent support from pistachios despite their naturally sweet taste. Pistachios have a low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause rapid spikes in blood sugar. Instead, they provide steady, sustained energy. The combination of protein, healthy fats, and fiber in pistachios slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, creating stable blood sugar levels that prevent the energy crashes associated with high glycemic foods. Research has shown that eating pistachios with or before meals can actually reduce the blood sugar spike from other foods in that meal. This makes pistachios particularly valuable for people with diabetes or those trying to prevent diabetes. The steady energy release from pistachios supports sustained mental focus and physical stamina throughout the day, without the roller coaster of energy highs and crashes. Weight loss support might seem counterintuitive given that pistachios contain calories and fat, but multiple studies have demonstrated that incorporating pistachios into your diet can actually support weight management. Several factors contribute to this effect. First, the act of shelling pistachios naturally slows down your eating, giving your brain time to register fullness. Second, the protein and fiber content creates lasting satiety, reducing overall calorie intake by preventing excessive snacking. The healthy fats in pistachios support metabolic health and don't contribute to weight gain the way unhealthy fats do. Additionally, research suggests that not all the fat in pistachios is absorbed by the body, with some passing through undigested. People who regularly eat pistachios as part of a balanced diet tend to maintain healthier body weights and have easier times losing excess weight when needed. Cardiovascular health benefits from pistachios in multiple significant ways. Pistachios contain high amounts of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that improve cholesterol profiles, reducing harmful LDL cholesterol while maintaining or increasing beneficial HDL cholesterol. They're also rich in antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage and inflammation. The amino acid L-arginine in pistachios helps produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and dilates blood vessels, improving blood flow and reducing blood pressure. The potassium content further supports healthy blood pressure by balancing sodium levels and supporting proper heart rhythm. Regular pistachio consumption has been linked to reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Gut bacteria promotion is an exciting area of pistachio research. Pistachios act as prebiotics, feeding the beneficial bacteria in your gut microbiome. A healthy gut microbiome influences far more than just digestion. It affects immune function, mental health, weight management, and even chronic disease risk. Studies have shown that eating pistachios increases populations of beneficial bacteria while reducing harmful bacteria, creating a healthier gut environment. The fiber in pistachios, particularly when soaked, becomes more accessible to gut bacteria, supporting their growth and activity. A thriving gut microbiome produces beneficial compounds like short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation, support immune function, and even influence mood and mental clarity. This connection between pistachios and gut health helps explain their broad-ranging effects on overall vitality. The soaking advantage. Understanding the specific advantages of soaking pistachios reveals why this preparation method amplifies their already impressive benefits. The transformation that occurs during soaking makes pistachios more digestible, more nutritious, and more beneficial for sustained energy and vitality. Enhanced antioxidant availability is one of the most significant benefits of soaking pistachios. While raw pistachios contain abundant antioxidants, including lutein, zeaxanthin, and various polyphenols, many of these compounds remain bound within the nut structure, making them less accessible to your digestive system. Soaking begins breaking down the cellular walls and protein structures that hold these antioxidants, releasing them and making them more bioavailable. The antioxidant activity of soaked pistachios has been measured in scientific studies and shows markedly higher levels compared to raw pistachios. This means your body can absorb and utilize more of the protective compounds that fight oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, and protect against chronic disease. For the eye-protective lutein and zeaxanthin specifically, soaking can increase absorption significantly, enhancing pistachios' already impressive vision-protecting properties. Improved protein digestion results from soaking's effect on the protein structure in pistachios. Raw pistachios contain enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with your body's ability to break down and absorb protein. These inhibitors exist naturally to protect the dormant nut, but they work against us when we consume them. Soaking neutralizes these enzyme inhibitors, allowing your digestive enzymes to efficiently break down pistachio proteins into amino acids that your body can absorb and use. This improved protein digestion means you extract more nutritional value from the same amount of pistachios. The amino acids become more readily available for building and repairing tissues, producing neurotransmitters, supporting immune function, and providing energy. People with sensitive digestive systems particularly benefit from this pre-digestion effect, experiencing less bloating or discomfort when eating soaked pistachios compared to raw ones. Salt removal for salted varieties is an important practical benefit of soaking. Many commercially available pistachios are roasted and salted, which adds unnecessary sodium to your diet. Excessive sodium consumption contributes to high blood pressure, water retention, and other health problems. When you soak salted pistachios, much of the surface salt dissolves into the soaking water, which you then discard. This process significantly reduces the sodium content while maintaining the pistachio's natural flavor and nutrition. For people who need to watch their sodium intake due to high blood pressure or heart conditions, soaking salted pistachios makes them a more appropriate choice. Even if you don't have these conditions, reducing unnecessary sodium is beneficial for everyone. The soaking process also softens the pistachio slightly, making it easier to chew thoroughly. Proper chewing is essential for optimal digestion and nutrient absorption. When you can chew pistachios more easily and completely, you mechanically break them down better, exposing more surface area to digestive enzymes and improving overall digestion. Soaking reduces the phytic acid content in pistachios, just as with other nuts. Phytic acid binds to minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium, preventing absorption. Since pistachios contain valuable minerals including potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus, reducing phytic acid ensures your body can absorb and utilize these nutrients effectively. This is particularly important for the iron in pistachios, which many people, especially women, need for energy production and preventing anemia. Research and evidence. Scientific research on pistachios has expanded dramatically in recent years, with studies consistently confirming their wide-ranging health benefits. The evidence base supporting pistachios as a superfood for energy, vitality, and overall health is substantial and continues to grow. Studies on metabolic health have produced particularly impressive results. Multiple clinical trials have examined how pistachios affect blood sugar control, insulin sensitivity, and overall metabolic function. One landmark study found that people who ate pistachios daily for 12 weeks showed significant improvements in fasting blood sugar levels, insulin sensitivity, and hemoglobin A1C, a marker of long-term blood sugar control. Research has demonstrated that pistachios can reduce the glycemic response to meals, meaning they help prevent blood sugar spikes. In one study, participants who ate pistachios with white bread experienced a significantly lower blood sugar rise compared to eating white bread alone. This effect has important implications for diabetes prevention and management, as well as for maintaining steady energy throughout the day. Metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, excess abdominal fat, and abnormal cholesterol levels, affects millions of people and increases risk for heart disease and diabetes. Research has shown that regular pistachio consumption can improve several markers of metabolic syndrome, supporting overall metabolic health and reducing disease risk. Vision protection research has validated the traditional understanding of pistachios' benefits for eye health. Studies measuring macular pigment optical density, which indicates the concentration of protective lutein and zeaxanthin in the eye, have found that regular pistachio consumption significantly increases these levels. Higher macular pigment density is associated with better visual function and reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration. Research on lutein and zeaxanthin absorption has shown that these carotenoids from pistachios are highly bioavailable, meaning your body can effectively absorb and utilize them. The fat content in pistachios actually enhances carotenoid absorption, as these compounds are fat-soluble. This makes pistachios a particularly effective food for delivering these eye-protective nutrients. Clinical trials examining age-related eye diseases have found associations between nut consumption, particularly pistachios, and reduced risk of macular degeneration and cataracts. While pistachios alone cannot prevent all eye diseases, they provide meaningful protective benefits as part of an overall eye-healthy lifestyle. Prebiotic effects of pistachios have been demonstrated in several research studies. Scientists analyzing gut bacteria in people who consume pistachios regularly have found significant positive changes in microbial populations. Beneficial bacteria, particularly those producing butyrate and other health-promoting compounds, increase substantially. Simultaneously, potentially harmful bacteria decrease. One study found that eating pistachios for just 3 weeks produced measurable changes in gut bacteria composition and increased production of beneficial short-chain fatty acids. These changes correlated with improvements in digestive health, immune markers, and even mood. The research suggests that pistachios' prebiotic effects contribute significantly to their overall health benefits through the gut-brain axis and other pathways. Research on pistachios and weight management has challenged conventional assumptions about nuts and weight gain. Large population studies have found that people who regularly consume nuts, including pistachios, tend to have lower body weights and less abdominal fat. Clinical trials where participants added pistachios to their diets have shown either no weight gain or, in some cases, slight weight loss despite the additional calories. The mechanism appears to involve multiple factors, including increased satiety, reduced absorption of fat, higher energy expenditure from the thermic effect of food, and beneficial changes in gut bacteria that influence weight regulation. The act of shelling pistachios has also been shown to reduce consumption compared to pre-shelled nuts, supporting portion control naturally. Preparation. Excellence. Properly preparing pistachios through soaking ensures you receive all their remarkable benefits while optimizing digestibility and nutrient absorption. Let's explore the exact methods for soaking and consuming pistachios to awaken your energy and vitality. The soaking method for shelled pistachios requires some attention to detail. First, you must start with raw, shelled pistachios. While you can soak unshelled pistachios, removing the shells first allows water to penetrate the nut more effectively and makes the soaking process more efficient. Purchase raw pistachios rather than roasted ones, as roasting has already altered the nut's structure and reduces the benefits of soaking. Take approximately 1/4 cup of raw shelled pistachios, which equals roughly 30 pistachios, or about 1 ounce. This is the optimal daily serving size. Place them in a clean glass or ceramic bowl and cover completely with filtered water. The water level should be at least 2 inches above the pistachios because they will absorb water and expand. Pistachios require a minimum soaking time of 4 hours, though 6 to 8 hours is ideal for maximum benefit. Unlike harder nuts, pistachios are relatively soft and porous, so they don't require overnight soaking, though this timing works perfectly if it fits your schedule better. You can soak them in the morning to eat in the afternoon, or soak them before bed to eat the next day. After soaking, drain the water completely. You'll notice the water has a slightly greenish tint and may contain some residue. This is perfectly normal and indicates that compounds including salt, tannins and phytic acid have leached into the water. Discard this water and rinse the pistachios thoroughly under fresh running water until the water runs clear. The soaked pistachios will be slightly plumper and softer than raw ones, with a brighter green color. The thin purple skin on some pistachios may loosen during soaking. You can gently rub them to remove this skin if desired, though it's not necessary. The skin contains beneficial compounds and is perfectly healthy to eat. Optimal consumption times for pistachios depend on your goals and daily schedule. For sustained energy throughout the day, eating pistachios mid-morning or mid-afternoon provides a perfect energy boost that carries you through to your next meal without blood sugar crashes. The steady release of energy from pistachios makes them ideal for preventing the afternoon slump that many people experience. For athletic performance or physical activity, consuming pistachios about an hour before exercise provides readily available energy and supports endurance. The combination of protein and healthy fats fuels your workout, while the antioxidants help protect against exercise-induced oxidative stress. For eye health benefits, consistency matters more than timing. Eating your daily portion of pistachios at whatever time fits your routine best ensures you maintain the protective levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in your eyes. Many people find that including pistachios in their breakfast or as part of their morning routine establishes a sustainable habit. Portion control with pistachios is important despite their many benefits. The recommended serving of 30 pistachios provides approximately 160 calories, 6 grams of protein, and substantial amounts of key nutrients including vitamin B6, potassium, and antioxidants. This serving size provides optimal benefits without excessive calories. The visual cue of 30 individual nuts helps naturally control portions. Recipe ideas for soaked pistachios expand your options beyond eating them plain. Chop soaked pistachios and sprinkle over salads, adding a satisfying crunch and beautiful green color. They pair particularly well with leafy greens, citrus fruits, and light vinaigrettes. Blend soaked pistachios into smoothies for added creaminess, protein, and a subtle nutty flavor. They combine beautifully with fruits like mango, banana, or berries. Add chopped soaked pistachios to oatmeal or yogurt for a nutritious, satisfying breakfast. The combination of pistachios with whole grains or protein-rich yogurt creates a balanced meal that sustains energy for hours. Use soaked pistachios in homemade energy balls or bars, combining them with dates, oats, and other nuts for a wholesome snack. Create a simple pistachio paste by blending soaked pistachios with a small amount of water, a pinch of salt, and perhaps a touch of olive oil. This paste can be used as a spread, mixed into dressings, or used as a flavorful addition to various dishes. The bright green color and distinctive taste elevate simple preparations. Store soaked pistachios in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. Keep them separate from other foods to prevent flavor transfer. Never store soaked pistachios at room temperature, as their increased moisture content makes them susceptible to bacterial growth and spoilage. Energy and vitality stories. The transformative power of pistachios becomes most real when we hear from people who have experienced their energy awakening benefits firsthand. These stories from Buddhist practitioners and modern health seekers alike demonstrate pistachios' remarkable ability to enhance vitality and well-being. Buddhist monks' daily routines in several monasteries include soaked pistachios as a foundational food for maintaining the energy required for intensive spiritual practice. One story from a Zen monastery in Japan describes how the abbot introduced soaked pistachios into the monk's morning routine after noticing widespread fatigue during long meditation sessions. Within weeks, the monks reported feeling more alert, focused, and capable of maintaining concentration throughout extended practice periods. One senior monk shared that the pistachios provided a different quality of energy than other foods. Rather than feeling stimulated or jittery, he experienced a calm, steady alertness that supported deep meditation without distraction. The green color of the pistachios reminded him daily of growth and renewal, reinforcing his commitment to continuous spiritual development. Athletic performance enhancement through pistachios has been documented in numerous testimonials from runners, cyclists, and other endurance athletes. A marathon runner from California discovered pistachios while searching for natural performance-enhancing foods. She began eating soaked pistachios daily and including them in her pre-race preparation. Over several months, she noticed improvements in her endurance, faster recovery times, and better sustained energy during long runs. She attributed these improvements partly to the anti-inflammatory properties of pistachios, which seemed to reduce post-workout muscle soreness and speed recovery. The steady energy release helped her avoid the energy crashes that had previously plagued her during long-distance events. Other athletes in her running group adopted the practice after witnessing her improved performance. A competitive cyclist shared that incorporating soaked pistachios into his nutrition plan coincided with his best season of racing. He found that eating pistachios before long training rides provided sustained energy without digestive upset, something he'd struggled to achieve with other foods. The potassium in pistachios also seemed to help prevent muscle cramps during intense efforts. Mental clarity testimonials frequently mention pistachios' remarkable effects on cognitive function and sustained focus. A graduate student working on her dissertation discovered that eating soaked pistachios during study sessions dramatically improved her ability to concentrate for extended periods. She had been struggling with brain fog and difficulty maintaining focus, which was hindering her research progress. After incorporating soaked pistachios into her daily routine, she noticed sharper thinking, better memory retention, and the ability to work productively for longer stretches without mental fatigue. She theorized that the combination of healthy fats, protein, and B vitamins in pistachios was providing her brain with optimal fuel. By the time she completed her dissertation, pistachios had become an indispensable part of her study ritual. A corporate executive dealing with demanding work schedules and constant mental challenges found that pistachios helped him maintain energy and clarity throughout long work days. He began eating soaked pistachios mid-morning and mid-afternoon, which eliminated his previous dependence on coffee and energy drinks. The steady, clean energy from pistachios helped him think more clearly during important meetings and make better decisions. An artist recovering from creative burnout shared how pistachios helped restore her creative energy and vitality. She had been feeling depleted and uninspired for months, struggling to produce new work. On the recommendation of a friend versed in Buddhist nutrition practices, she began eating soaked pistachios daily. Within a month, she noticed returning energy and creative inspiration. The vibrant green color of the pistachios seemed to symbolically mirror the renewal she was experiencing in her creative life. Precautions. While pistachios offer tremendous benefits, understanding important precautions ensures you can enjoy them safely and maximize their positive effects. Being informed about quality selection, proper storage, and potential issues helps you make wise choices. Quality selection tips are crucial because the quality of your pistachios directly impacts their safety and nutritional value. Always choose raw, unsalted pistachios from reputable sources. Check that pistachios are uniform in color, typically a pale greenish-beige shell with green nuts inside. Avoid pistachios with dark spots, mold, or off odors, as these indicate spoilage or contamination with aflatoxins, toxic compounds produced by certain molds. Organic pistachios are preferable when available, as they're grown without synthetic pesticides and often have stricter quality controls. The organic certification process typically includes testing for aflatoxins and other contaminants. Store-bought pistachios should be sealed in airtight packaging with clear expiration dates. Once opened, transfer them to airtight containers. Examine pistachios before purchasing. They should have a fresh, pleasant, slightly sweet smell. Any rancid, musty, or chemical odors indicate old or contaminated nuts that should be avoided. The shells should be mostly intact without excessive breakage. For shelled pistachios, look for bright green color without yellowing or darkening, which can indicate age or oxidation. Storage guidelines are essential for maintaining pistachios' freshness and preventing spoilage. Raw pistachios should be stored in airtight containers in a cool, dark place. For longer storage, refrigeration or freezing is recommended, as pistachios contain oils that can become rancid with time and heat exposure. Properly stored in the refrigerator, raw pistachios stay fresh for up to 6 months. In the freezer, they last up to a year. Never store pistachios in humid environments or areas with temperature fluctuations, as moisture promotes mold growth and aflatoxin production. Keep pistachios away from strong-smelling foods, as they can absorb odors. Once soaked, pistachios must be refrigerated and consumed within 3 days maximum. Inspect stored pistachios regularly and discard any showing signs of mold or rancidity. Allergy awareness is critical, as pistachio allergies can be serious and even life-threatening. Tree nut allergies affect a significant number of people, and pistachios are among the more common allergenic nuts. Symptoms can range from mild itching or hives to severe reactions, including difficulty breathing, throat swelling, and anaphylaxis. If you've never eaten pistachios before, start with a very small amount and monitor for any reactions. People with allergies to other tree nuts or cashews should be especially cautious, as cross-reactivity is common. Anyone with a diagnosed nut allergy should consult an allergist before trying pistachios. Always inform guests about nut content when serving pistachios in any form. Some people may experience digestive sensitivity to pistachios even without true allergy. Starting with small amounts and gradually increasing allows your system to adjust. The FODMAPs in pistachios can trigger symptoms in people with irritable bowel syndrome or similar conditions. If you experience bloating, gas, or discomfort, reduce your intake or try soaking them longer to improve digestibility. People taking blood-thinning medications should consult their doctor before regularly consuming large amounts of pistachios, as vitamin K in pistachios can interfere with these medications. While the amounts in normal dietary consumption are typically fine, consistency is important so doctors can properly adjust medication dosages. Individuals with kidney disease should discuss pistachio consumption with their healthcare provider, as pistachios are high in potassium and phosphorus. While these minerals are beneficial for most people, those with compromised kidney function may need to limit intake. Share this video with anyone who needs more natural energy and vitality in their life. These ancient practices can transform health for people everywhere. Nut number 5. Brazil nuts, the immunity guardian. Philosophy of protection. We now arrive at our 5th and final nut, the Brazil nut, a powerful food that Buddhist practitioners have revered as a guardian of health and a symbol of the body's innate capacity for self-protection and healing. The connection between Brazil nuts and Buddhist philosophy reveals profound teachings about immunity, natural defense systems, and the wisdom of working with nature rather than against it. Buddhist teachings emphasize that the body possesses remarkable natural immunity and self-healing capabilities when properly supported. This philosophy stands in contrast to approaches that view the body as weak or defective, requiring constant external intervention. Instead, Buddhist wisdom recognizes that our bodies are equipped with sophisticated defense systems that simply need the right nourishment and conditions to function optimally. The Brazil nut, with its exceptionally hard outer shell protecting the valuable treasure within, became a powerful symbol in Buddhist teachings about natural protection. Just as the hard shell guards the nut from external threats, our immune system serves as our body's protective shell, defending against disease and maintaining health. Buddhist teachers used the Brazil nut as a teaching tool, reminding practitioners that true protection comes from strengthening our natural defenses rather than living in fear or depending solely on external remedies. The self-healing body concept is central to Buddhist approaches to health and wellness. Ancient Buddhist texts describe the body as inherently intelligent, possessing innate wisdom about what it needs to maintain balance and health. When we provide the body with proper nutrition, rest, and supportive practices, it naturally moves toward healing and optimal function. The Brazil nut exemplifies this principle perfectly, containing a unique nutrient profile that supports the body's self-healing mechanisms. Buddhist monasteries in South America, where Brazil nut trees are native, incorporated these nuts into traditional healing practices. Monks recognized that consuming Brazil nuts regularly seemed to strengthen overall vitality and resilience, helping practitioners resist illness and recover more quickly when sick. They understood intuitively what modern science has now confirmed, that Brazil nuts contain exceptional amounts of selenium, a mineral critical for immune function and overall health. The reverence for Brazil nuts in Buddhist practice extends beyond just physical health. These nuts were seen as supporting not only bodily immunity, but also mental and spiritual resilience. A strong, healthy body provides the foundation for spiritual practice. When physical health is compromised by illness or weakness, maintaining focus in meditation and cultivating spiritual qualities becomes significantly more difficult. Brazil nuts thus served a dual purpose, supporting both physical vitality and spiritual development. Selenium superpower. Brazil nuts possess a truly extraordinary characteristic that sets them apart from all other foods. They contain more selenium than any other natural food source by a significant margin. This single nutritional fact explains most of their remarkable health benefits and why even small amounts can have profound effects on your health. Thyroid function optimization depends heavily on adequate selenium intake, and Brazil nuts provide selenium in the most bioavailable natural form. Your thyroid gland, a small butterfly-shaped gland in your neck, controls your metabolism, energy production, body temperature, and numerous other vital functions. Selenium is essential for producing and activating thyroid hormones that regulate these processes. Without sufficient selenium, your thyroid cannot function properly, leading to symptoms like fatigue, weight gain, depression, sensitivity to cold, and brain fog. Many people suffering from thyroid problems are actually selenium deficient without realizing it. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts daily can provide all the selenium your thyroid needs to function optimally, potentially alleviating thyroid-related symptoms and supporting healthy metabolism. The selenium in Brazil nuts specifically supports the conversion of T4 thyroid hormone into T3, the active form your body can actually use. Many people produce adequate T4 but struggle with converting it to T3, resulting in hypothyroid symptoms despite normal blood test results. Adequate selenium intake addresses this conversion problem directly, often producing dramatic improvements in energy and well-being. Immune system strengthening is perhaps the most critical benefit of selenium from Brazil nuts, especially relevant in our modern world of constant exposure to viruses, bacteria, and other pathogens. Selenium plays a crucial role in both innate and adaptive immunity, the 2 main branches of your immune defense system. It's required for the production and function of white blood cells that identify and destroy threats to your health. Research has shown that selenium deficiency significantly impairs immune response, making you more susceptible to infections and slowing recovery when you do get sick. Adequate selenium intake from Brazil nuts enhances your immune system's ability to respond quickly and effectively to threats. People who maintain optimal selenium levels through regular Brazil nut consumption often notice they get sick less frequently and recover more quickly when illness does occur. Antioxidant protection provided by selenium in Brazil nuts is extraordinary and multifaceted. Selenium is a critical component of glutathione peroxidase, one of your body's most powerful antioxidant enzymes. This enzyme neutralizes free radicals and oxidative stress that damage cells and contribute to aging, chronic disease, and cancer. Without adequate selenium, your body cannot produce sufficient glutathione peroxidase, leaving you vulnerable to oxidative damage. The antioxidant effects of selenium extend throughout your entire body, protecting every cell, tissue, and organ. This comprehensive protection helps prevent the cellular damage that leads to chronic diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and various cancers. The selenium in Brazil nuts essentially empowers your body's natural antioxidant defense system to work at peak efficiency. Cancer prevention potential of selenium has been extensively researched, with compelling evidence supporting its protective effects. Multiple large-scale studies have found associations between adequate selenium intake and reduced cancer risk, particularly for prostate, lung, and colorectal cancers. The mechanisms appear to involve selenium's antioxidant properties, its role in DNA repair, and its ability to support proper cell division and programmed cell death of abnormal cells. While Brazil nuts are certainly not a cancer cure and cannot guarantee cancer prevention, maintaining optimal selenium status through regular Brazil nut consumption may reduce your risk as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. The research suggests that selenium deficiency increases cancer risk, while adequate selenium intake provides meaningful protection. Mood elevation is an often overlooked benefit of selenium from Brazil nuts. Research has found strong connections between selenium status and mental health, with selenium deficiency associated with increased rates of depression, anxiety, and general psychological distress. Adequate selenium intake supports the production and function of neurotransmitters that regulate mood, including serotonin and dopamine. Several studies have shown that supplementing with selenium improves mood and reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety, particularly in people who were selenium deficient. The selenium in Brazil nuts provides this mood-supporting benefit naturally without the need for supplements. Many people report feeling emotionally more stable and positive after incorporating Brazil nuts into their daily routine. Additional health benefits. Beyond selenium's remarkable effects, Brazil nuts provide numerous other health benefits that contribute to overall wellness and vitality. The combination of nutrients in these powerful nuts creates synergistic effects that support multiple body systems simultaneously. Heart health receives substantial support from Brazil nuts through several mechanisms. The selenium content reduces inflammation in blood vessels and protects against oxidative damage that contributes to heart disease. Brazil nuts also contain healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that improve cholesterol profiles, reducing harmful LDL cholesterol while maintaining beneficial HDL cholesterol. The magnesium in Brazil nuts supports healthy blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels and improving blood flow. Studies have shown that regular nut consumption, including Brazil nuts, is associated with reduced risk of heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. The anti-inflammatory effects of Brazil nuts also protect against atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaque in arteries that leads to cardiovascular problems. Brain function benefits significantly from the nutrients in Brazil nuts, particularly selenium and healthy fats. The brain has high metabolic activity and is particularly vulnerable to oxidative damage. Selenium's antioxidant protection is crucial for maintaining healthy brain function and preventing cognitive decline with aging. The healthy fats in Brazil nuts provide essential building blocks for brain cell membranes and support neurotransmitter function. Research has found associations between adequate selenium intake and better cognitive function, reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease, and slower cognitive decline in older adults. The anti-inflammatory effects of Brazil nuts also protect brain health, as chronic inflammation is a major contributor to neurodegenerative diseases. Skin health improves visibly when Brazil nuts become part of your regular diet. Selenium supports the production of glutathione, which protects skin cells from damage caused by UV radiation, pollution, and other environmental stresses. The antioxidant protection helps prevent premature aging of skin, reducing wrinkles, age spots, and loss of elasticity. The healthy fats in Brazil nuts nourish skin from within, supporting moisture retention and maintaining the skin's protective barrier. Many people notice their skin becoming clearer, more radiant, and more youthful looking after regularly consuming Brazil nuts. The selenium also supports skin healing and may help with inflammatory skin conditions. Anti-inflammatory effects of Brazil nuts are powerful and wide-reaching. Chronic inflammation underlies most chronic diseases and contributes to pain, aging, and reduced quality of life. The selenium in Brazil nuts supports the production of anti-inflammatory compounds while reducing pro-inflammatory ones. This helps lower overall inflammation throughout your body, potentially relieving joint pain, reducing disease risk, and promoting general well-being. Soaking's critical role. While Brazil nuts are exceptionally nutritious even when eaten raw, soaking them provides important benefits that enhance their already impressive nutritional profile and make them easier to digest and utilize. Selenium bioavailability increases through soaking, ensuring your body can absorb and use the maximum amount of this critical mineral. While Brazil nuts are already the best selenium source available, soaking makes the selenium even more accessible by breaking down compounds that can interfere with mineral absorption. The selenium in Brazil nuts exists in organic forms bound to proteins and amino acids, and soaking begins breaking down these structures. Releasing the selenium in forms your digestive system can easily absorb. This enhanced bioavailability is particularly important, given that selenium's health benefits depend on your body actually absorbing it. Simply eating selenium-rich foods isn't enough if your digestive system cannot extract and absorb the mineral effectively. Soaking essentially pre-digests the Brazil nuts, doing some of the work your digestive system would otherwise need to do. Reducing anti-nutrients through soaking makes Brazil nuts gentler on your digestive system and allows better absorption of all their nutrients, not just selenium. Like other nuts, Brazil nuts contain phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with digestion and nutrient absorption. The soaking process reduces these compounds significantly, making Brazil nuts easier to digest and reducing the likelihood of digestive discomfort. For people with sensitive digestive systems, the difference between soaked and unsoaked Brazil nuts can be substantial. Raw Brazil nuts can sometimes cause bloating or digestive upset, while properly soaked Brazil nuts are typically well tolerated. The reduction in anti-nutrients also means you absorb more of the other valuable nutrients in Brazil nuts, including magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins. Digestive enhancement from soaking extends beyond just reducing anti-nutrients. The soaking process softens Brazil nuts slightly, making them easier to chew thoroughly. Proper chewing is the first step in digestion, mechanically breaking down food and mixing it with digestive enzymes in saliva. When Brazil nuts are softer and easier to chew, you can break them down more completely, which improves overall digestion and nutrient extraction. The changed texture after soaking also makes Brazil nuts more pleasant to eat for many people. Raw Brazil nuts can be quite hard and have a slightly bitter taste from tannins. Soaked Brazil nuts are creamier, milder in flavor, and more enjoyable, which makes it easier to maintain the daily practice of eating them for health benefits. Scientific support. Modern scientific research has extensively validated the traditional understanding of Brazil nuts' health benefits and revealed even more reasons to incorporate them into your diet. The evidence supporting Brazil nuts as a superfood for immunity and overall health is substantial and continues to expand. Selenium deficiency studies have revealed that this condition is more common than previously thought and has serious health consequences. Research has shown that selenium deficiency is associated with increased risk of heart disease, cancer, thyroid problems, cognitive decline, and weakened immune function. Population studies have found that people living in regions with selenium-poor soil have higher rates of these health problems. Clinical trials have demonstrated that correcting selenium deficiency through supplementation or dietary changes produces measurable health improvements. Importantly, studies have shown that obtaining selenium from food sources like Brazil nuts is more effective and safer than synthetic selenium supplements. The organic forms of selenium in Brazil nuts are better absorbed and utilized by the body with lower risk of toxicity. Thyroid research has specifically examined Brazil nuts' effects on thyroid function with impressive results. One landmark study found that consuming just 2 Brazil nuts daily significantly improved thyroid hormone levels in people with low thyroid function. Another study showed that Brazil nuts were more effective than selenium supplements for improving thyroid markers in people with autoimmune thyroid disease. Research has revealed that the selenium compounds in Brazil nuts are particularly effective at supporting the enzymes required for thyroid hormone production and conversion. The natural form of selenium in Brazil nuts appears to work more effectively with your body's biochemistry than isolated selenium supplements. For people dealing with thyroid issues, incorporating Brazil nuts may provide meaningful support for thyroid health. Immune system studies have demonstrated selenium's critical importance for proper immune function and shown that Brazil nuts effectively boost immune response. Research has found that selenium deficiency impairs the function of various immune cells, including T cells, natural killer cells, and antibody-producing B cells. When selenium status is corrected through Brazil nut consumption, immune function improves measurably. Studies during cold and flu season have shown that people with adequate selenium levels experience less severe symptoms and shorter duration of illness compared to those with low selenium. Research has also found that adequate selenium intake may enhance the effectiveness of vaccines by supporting robust antibody production. These findings highlight Brazil nuts' role as true immunity guardians. Safe preparation and dosage. Brazil nuts require special attention to dosage because their exceptional selenium content means that more is definitely not better. Understanding proper preparation and safe consumption levels is essential for receiving benefits while avoiding potential problems. Why only 1 to 2 nuts daily is a critical point that must be emphasized. A single Brazil nut can contain anywhere from 50 to 90 micrograms of selenium, depending on where the tree grew and soil selenium content. 2 Brazil nuts typically provide between 100 and 180 micrograms of selenium, which is around the optimal daily intake for most adults. The recommended upper limit for selenium intake is 400 micrograms daily, and exceeding this regularly can lead to selenium toxicity. Eating more than 2 or 3 Brazil nuts daily, especially long-term, can result in selenium overdose with symptoms including hair loss, nail brittleness, digestive upset, fatigue, and in severe cases, more serious health problems. This is one food where moderation is absolutely essential. The dose that provides health benefits is very close to the dose that can cause problems, so sticking to 1 or 2 nuts daily is crucial. The soaking protocol for Brazil nuts is simple and follows similar principles to other nuts. Take 1 or 2 raw Brazil nuts and place them in a small glass or ceramic container. Cover with filtered water, ensuring at least an inch of water above the nuts. Soak for 6 to 8 hours or overnight. After soaking, drain the water, rinse thoroughly, and consume the nuts. Some people prefer to remove the thin brown skin on Brazil nuts after soaking, as it peels off easily and can have a slightly bitter taste. However, this skin contains beneficial compounds and is safe to eat. The choice is personal preference. Store any soaked Brazil nuts in the refrigerator and consume within 2 days for food safety. Selenium toxicity awareness is essential for safe Brazil nut consumption. Signs of selenium toxicity include a garlic-like odor on the breath, metallic taste, hair loss, brittle nails, skin rashes, fatigue, irritability, and digestive problems. If you experience these symptoms while eating Brazil nuts regularly, stop consuming them immediately and consult a healthcare provider. People already taking selenium supplements should be especially cautious with Brazil nuts, as the combination could easily lead to excessive selenium intake. In most cases, if you're eating Brazil nuts regularly, you don't need selenium supplements. Always inform your healthcare providers about all foods and supplements you're consuming, including Brazil nuts. Best consumption practices include eating your 1 or 2 soaked Brazil nuts at a consistent time each day, making it a sustainable habit. Morning consumption works well for most people, providing selenium to support metabolic and immune function throughout the day. You can eat them alone or incorporate them into breakfast by chopping them over oatmeal or yogurt. Consistency is more important than specific timing. Your body maintains selenium stores, so the goal is to keep these stores adequately filled without overdoing it. Daily consumption of 1 to 2 nuts achieves this perfectly. If you occasionally forget a day, it's not a problem. Just resume your regular practice the next day without doubling up to make up for it. Healing stories. The transformative health improvements people have experienced through incorporating Brazil nuts into their daily routines provide powerful testimony to their healing properties. These real-world experiences from diverse individuals span different health conditions and circumstances, all sharing the common thread of Brazil nuts' remarkable benefits. Thyroid health improvements are among the most dramatic healing stories associated with Brazil nuts. A woman in her 40s had struggled with hypothyroidism for years, experiencing persistent fatigue, weight gain, depression, and brain fog, despite taking thyroid medication. Her thyroid hormone levels remained stubbornly suboptimal, and her doctor had adjusted her medication multiple times without achieving desired results. After reading about selenium's importance for thyroid function, she began eating 2 soaked Brazil nuts every morning. Within 3 months, her energy levels improved noticeably. By 6 months, her thyroid hormone levels had normalized, and her doctor was able to reduce her medication dosage. She reported feeling like herself again for the first time in years, with mental clarity, stable energy, and emotional well-being restored. Another thyroid success story comes from a man with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, an autoimmune condition where the body attacks the thyroid gland. He learned that selenium can help reduce the autoimmune attack on the thyroid. After incorporating Brazil nuts into his daily routine, his thyroid antibody levels decreased significantly over several months, indicating reduced autoimmune activity. His thyroid function stabilized, and he experienced fewer symptom flares. The immune system recoveries demonstrate Brazil nuts' protective benefits. A teacher who had been getting sick frequently with colds, flu, and other infections several times each school year started eating Brazil nuts daily on the recommendation of a colleague. Over the following school year, she noticed a remarkable change. She remained healthy while colleagues around her fell ill. When she did catch a cold, it was milder and shorter-lived than previous infections. She attributed her improved immunity to the combination of Brazil nuts providing selenium along with other healthy lifestyle practices. After 3 years of consistent Brazil nut consumption, she had experienced only 2 minor colds compared to her previous pattern of 6 to 8 illnesses per year. She called Brazil nuts her secret weapon for staying healthy while working with hundreds of children daily. Buddhist healing traditions offer inspiring stories of Brazil nuts' role in holistic wellness practices. A Buddhist practitioner dealing with chronic fatigue and recurring infections began incorporating Brazil nuts into his daily practice after learning about their immunity-supporting properties from a teacher steeped in traditional healing knowledge. He approached Brazil nut consumption as a mindful practice, taking time each morning to prepare and eat his 2 soaked nuts with full awareness and gratitude. He reflected on the tree that produced them, the earth that nourished that tree, and the intricate web of causes and conditions that brought this nourishment to him. This practice of gratitude and mindfulness became as important as the physical nourishment. Over several months, his energy gradually returned, his immune system strengthened, and his overall sense of vitality improved dramatically. He credited not just the selenium in the Brazil nuts, but also the mindful, grateful approach to consuming them. The practice reinforced Buddhist teachings about the connection between mind, body, and spirit in healing. We've now explored all 5 remarkable nuts that can transform your health when soaked and consumed properly. These ancient practices, validated by modern science, offer natural pathways to better health without dependence on medications or supplements. By incorporating these simple daily practices into your routine, you're working with your body's innate wisdom and healing capacity, just as Buddhist practitioners have done for centuries. Start with one nut, master that practice, then gradually add others until you've created a complete nutritional foundation for optimal health and vitality. The synergy effect, combining all 5 nuts. Now that we've explored each of these 5 remarkable nuts individually, it's time to understand something even more powerful: the synergy that occurs when you combine them all together. This concept of synergy, where the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts, is deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy and reveals profound wisdom about balance, harmony, and optimal health. Buddhist teachings emphasize the principle of the middle way, the path of balance between extremes. This philosophy applies not just to spiritual practice, but to every aspect of life, including nutrition. No single food, no matter how nutritious, can provide everything your body needs. True health emerges from balance, variety, and the harmonious combination of different elements working together. The 5 nuts we've discussed represent this principle perfectly, each bringing unique strengths that complement and enhance the others. In Buddhist cosmology, the number 5 holds special significance, representing the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. These elements must exist in balance for harmony to prevail. Similarly, our 5 nuts each represent different energetic qualities and nutritional profiles. Almonds provide grounding mental clarity, walnuts offer heart-centered omega-3 nourishment, cashews bring emotional balance, pistachios awaken vital energy, and Brazil nuts guard immunity. Together they create a complete nutritional mandala, a sacred circle of wholeness. The concept of complementary energies is central to understanding why combining these nuts is so powerful. In traditional Buddhist medicine and Ayurvedic practices closely aligned with Buddhist philosophy, foods are understood to have different energetic qualities. Some foods are warming, others cooling. Some are grounding, others uplifting. Some nourish specific organs or systems, while others provide broad support. When foods with complementary energies are combined thoughtfully, they work together synergistically, each enhancing the effects of the others. Ancient Buddhist practitioners who ate these nuts together weren't just randomly combining foods. They understood intuitively that this particular combination created balance across multiple dimensions: physical nourishment, mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual vitality. Modern nutritional science is now confirming this ancient wisdom, revealing the biochemical mechanisms behind the synergy these practitioners observed centuries ago. The Buddhist principle of interdependence teaches that nothing exists in isolation. Everything depends on everything else in an intricate web of relationships and mutual support. This principle applies perfectly to nutrition. Individual nutrients don't work alone in your body. Minerals require vitamins for absorption. Proteins need certain fats for proper utilization. Antioxidants work together in networks, each supporting and regenerating the others. When you combine all 5 nuts, you're not just adding up their individual benefits, you're creating conditions for synergistic interactions that multiply the health effects. Nutritional synergy. The nutritional synergy created by combining all 5 soaked nuts is truly remarkable and demonstrates why this practice is so much more powerful than eating any single nut alone. Let's explore the specific ways these nuts work together to create complete, optimal nutrition. The complete amino acid profile achieved by combining these 5 nuts provides your body with all the essential amino acids needed for building proteins, producing neurotransmitters, supporting immune function, and countless other vital processes. While individual nuts contain good amounts of protein, no single nut provides all amino acids in optimal proportions. By combining all 5, you create a complete protein source rivaling animal products. Almonds are particularly rich in arginine and glutamic acid. Walnuts provide excellent amounts of tryptophan and arginine. Cashews offer abundant arginine and glutamic acid. Pistachios contribute significant amounts of phenylalanine and arginine. Brazil nuts provide methionine and cysteine, sulfur-containing amino acids, sometimes limited in plant foods. Together, these 5 nuts deliver every essential amino acid your body needs in bioavailable forms, creating a complete protein that supports muscle building, tissue repair, enzyme production, and neurotransmitter synthesis. The full spectrum of minerals from this combination is extraordinary and addresses virtually every mineral need your body has. Each nut excels in different minerals, and together they provide comprehensive mineral support. Almonds provide exceptional calcium, magnesium, and manganese. Walnuts offer copper, manganese, and phosphorus. Cashews excel in copper, magnesium, zinc, and iron. Pistachios provide potassium, phosphorus, and vitamin B6, which enhances mineral utilization. Brazil nuts deliver unmatched selenium plus magnesium and zinc. This mineral diversity is crucial because minerals work together in complex relationships. Calcium needs magnesium for proper absorption and utilization. Zinc and copper must be balanced. Iron absorption improves with copper. Selenium enhances the effects of vitamin E. By providing this full mineral spectrum, the 5-nut combination ensures your body has everything needed for bone health, immune function, energy production, nerve signaling, muscle contraction, and hundreds of other mineral-dependent processes. Balanced omega fatty acids represent another critical aspect of synergy from combining these nuts. While walnuts provide abundant omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, the other nuts contribute different fatty acid profiles that balance and complement the omega-3s. Almonds, cashews, and pistachios are rich in monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, the same beneficial fat found in olive oil. These monounsaturated fats support heart health, reduce inflammation, and help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins. The combination creates an optimal omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, something difficult to achieve with modern diets that typically contain excessive omega-6 and insufficient omega-3. This balanced fatty acid profile reduces inflammation throughout your body, supports brain health, protects cardiovascular function, and promotes healthy cell membranes. The various fats work together synergistically, each supporting the absorption and utilization of the others. Comprehensive vitamin coverage from this 5-nut combination ensures you receive a wide array of essential vitamins. Almonds excel in vitamin E, one of the most powerful fat-soluble antioxidants. Walnuts provide vitamin B6 and folate. Cashews offer B vitamins including thiamine and vitamin K. Pistachios provide vitamin B6, thiamine, and additional vitamin E. Brazil nuts contribute vitamin E and various B vitamins. The synergy extends beyond just providing multiple vitamins. The vitamin E from different nuts works together with selenium from Brazil nuts to form a powerful antioxidant team. B vitamins work together in metabolic pathways, with each supporting the functions of the others. Fat-soluble vitamins like E and K are better absorbed when consumed with the healthy fats provided by all 5 nuts. This creates a self-supporting system where nutrients enhance each other's absorption and effectiveness. Creating your daily mix. Now let's get practical about how to combine these 5 nuts into a daily practice that's sustainable, effective, and aligned with Buddhist principles of balance and moderation. Creating your daily mix requires attention to proportions, preparation, and storage to ensure you receive optimal benefits safely. The ideal proportions and ratios for your daily 5-nut mix consider both nutritional balance and safety, particularly regarding Brazil nuts. A well-balanced daily serving includes 8 to 10 soaked almonds, 8 to 10 soaked walnut halves, 10 to 12 soaked cashews, approximately 30 soaked pistachios, about 1 ounce, and just 1 to 2 soaked Brazil nuts. This combination provides approximately 300 to 350 calories, substantial protein, healthy fats, complete minerals, and comprehensive vitamins. These proportions are not arbitrary. They're carefully balanced to provide optimal nutrition while respecting the unique characteristics of each nut. The Brazil nut portion is intentionally small due to its high selenium content, while the other nuts are portioned to provide complementary nutrients without excessive calories. This ratio has been refined through both traditional practice and modern nutritional understanding. Some people prefer to adjust these proportions based on individual needs or preferences. For instance, someone particularly focused on brain health might slightly increase walnuts and decrease cashews. Someone managing blood sugar might emphasize almonds and pistachios. However, the suggested proportions provide an excellent starting point that benefits most people. Make adjustments gradually and pay attention to how your body responds. The preparation schedule requires planning, but becomes simple once you establish a routine. The key is understanding that different nuts require different soaking times for optimal benefits. Brazil nuts and pistachios need 6 to 8 hours. Almonds require 8 to 12 hours. Walnuts need 4 to 8 hours. Cashews only need 4 to 6 hours. This variation means you cannot simply soak all 5 together using one schedule. The most practical approach is to use a 2-phase soaking schedule. In the evening before bed, soak your almonds and Brazil nuts, as they require the longest soaking time. Place them in separate small glass containers, cover with filtered water, and leave them on your counter overnight. In the morning when you wake up, drain and rinse these nuts, then place them in the refrigerator. At the same time, begin soaking your walnuts, cashews, and pistachios. Place each type in its own small container. Cover with filtered water and let them soak while you go about your morning routine. 4 to 6 hours later, typically late morning or early afternoon, depending on when you started, drain and rinse the walnuts, cashews, and pistachios. Now, all 5 nuts are soaked and ready. Combine your daily portions in a small container and store in the refrigerator. You can prepare 2 to 3 days' worth at once if you prefer, though daily preparation is ideal for maximum freshness. Storage solutions are important for maintaining the quality and safety of your soaked nuts. Glass containers with tight-fitting lids work best for both soaking and storing prepared nuts. Avoid plastic containers when possible, as plastic can leach chemicals and absorb odors. Label your containers clearly if you're preparing different nuts simultaneously to avoid confusion. Store your combined daily portions in small glass containers in the refrigerator. Soaked nuts will stay fresh for up to 3 days when properly refrigerated, though consuming them within 2 days is optimal. Never store soaked nuts at room temperature for more than a few hours, as their increased moisture content makes them susceptible to bacterial growth. If you notice any off smell, slimy texture or mold, discard immediately.